When it comes to providing you with a better car buying experience, CMA's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Martinsburg takes it personally. Why? Because we're employee owned. That makes us neighbors, and good neighbors take care of each other. Come experience the honesty, transparency, and value we provide every customer, every neighbor, each and every day. At CMA's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Martinsburg, owners just care more about you.
You feel that in the air? The precision passes of expletives thrown from a jersey-clad warrior to his TV, his dog, or anyone that'll listen. It's time for tailgating and showing off those parking lot picnics. Just remember, when you come out of the fourth quarter to 5 new dents, remember Cody's Auto Body is your MVP. I can erase those dents, just not the memory of your team's awful record. I'm Cody with Cody's Auto Body. That's Cody's with a T for f***ing trust.
If you or someone you know suffers from the disease of addiction, help is available from the Berkeley County Quick Response Team with peer recovery coaches and support promptly to the homes of those who've recently experienced an overdose. This collective effort towards recovery brings resources and services to the community, including naloxone and treatment options. Call 304-267-1313 or visit the Berkeley County Recovery Resource Center at 800 Emmett Rouse Drive, Martinsburg. The Berkeley County Quick Response Team is funded through a DHHR grant with the Berkeley-Morgan County Health Department.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
The following sports special is a broadcast presentation of Talk Radio WRNR, Martinsburg. It's time for the excitement of West Virginia high school football. To get you ready for today's play-by-play action, we'll bring you interviews, in-depth analysis, and important game information on the pregame show. So let's get things started by going to the stadium and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team.
Good evening from Terry L. Marcus Stadium for tonight's West Virginia High School football matchup between the Musselman Applemen and the Washington Patriots on Talk Radio WRNR TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. I'm Colin McLaughlin. Alongside me on the call tonight, Dylan Bishop. Our camera crew tonight is Rodney Watcher, Ethan Elliott, and Tyler Strine. Back at the studio is Kyler High. Pregame show is brought to you by W. Harley Miller Systems, providing custom integration services like home and office automation, home theater networking, audio, video distribution, and more. You can call them at 304-350-1931 or visit them online at whmsystems.com. Both teams coming in to tonight's game 3-5 overall, trying to make a statement to better themselves in the playoff picture. Both teams pretty comfortably, it feels like, in the playoffs here in a few weeks, but you want to better that seeding to get that better matchup and maybe, depending on how things go the rest of the way, possibly get a home matchup.
Yeah, this feels like a matchup that is for fourth in the EPAC, with Martinsburg being as good as they've been, Spring Mills and Jefferson inside top 10 in the state rankings. This feels like an opportunity for one of these teams to jump up and put themselves in position to still be in the hunt to host a first-round playoff game, to get one of those playoff games at their home field. And these are two teams that I think are going to be a bit of a styles clash when it comes to offense. When you got Washington, who's going to spread the ball out a little more, pass the ball probably a good bit more than Musselman here tonight. We're seeing Kyle Athey take snaps at quarterback. One time that we've seen Washington so far this year in person against Martinsburg, we did not see Kyle Athey. We saw Phillip Shields at quarterback, and they did not complete a pass outside of one that they completed on a play that was brought back due to a penalty. I think we're going to see a very different version of Washington tonight because it looks like Athey is healthy and ready to go. And Coach Terry Ray likes to spread the ball out, be a little even, unpredictable, run versus pass on offense versus Musselman and their single wing offense. Musselman is going to pass the ball 5 times tonight, if that, maybe. It depends on the game, how the game script goes and who's up when we get into the second half. But if things go Musselman's way, they're going to be fine with having single-digit and maybe even low single-digit passing attempts for the entire game because they are a run-first team. You don't know who's going to run the ball on any given play. That's the single-wing offense magic. It might be Zach Miller. It might be Nate Lazier. It might be Colton Shelton. It might be 2 or 3 other guys. And that's what Washington's going to have to deal with on their side.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough game to figure out, as you said. On top of that, because of injuries as well, we don't even know who's going to be out there. Yes, we got it 2 deep, but to be honest, I don't know if it's 100% accurate when talking with both head coaches here entering into the game here tonight. I asked them both just kind of about the health for the team, and whenever I was on Tuesday in Musselman for the interviews, Coach Thomas's answer was pretty much that half the team is banged up, and pretty much the same story on Wednesday with Coach Ray of Washington saying that multiple freshmen will have to start. We know last time a few weeks ago when we saw Washington against Martinsburg, it was probably mostly a precautionary measure, but Kyle Athey, the quarterback, didn't play in that game. He played last week. They struggled still in that loss to Hampshire, 5 turnovers in the game for the Patriots. They need to clean that up here tonight if they want to be competitive with Musselman. But again, it's going to really come down to which team's kind of more healthy and go from there on who's available here tonight. You only got a few weeks left. Have the check of the area schedule for you as a game. Yesterday and some games here tonight as well in high school football here in the Eastern Panhandle in Week 10 of the season. This is West Virginia High School Football and Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
It's the new normal. You live, work, and play everywhere. Whether it's the family car or the family business, you need insurance that keeps pace with your changing life. Home on the job or working from home, peace of mind comes from knowing your whole world is covered. No matter what happens or how big it grows, whatever your new normal, Erie Insurance's award-winning service and personal agents can keep pace. Call your local agent today or visit erieinsurance.com for a quote.
When it comes to surgery, experience and innovation matter. At WVU Medicine, our board-certified surgeons use the latest robotic and minimally invasive techniques to provide better outcomes and faster recoveries. We offer a full range of procedures including advanced hernia repair, anti-reflux surgery, breast cancer surgery, colon resection, gallbladder removal, skin cancer, and lesion removal. Trust the region's leader in advanced surgical care. Call WVU Medicine Surgery today at 304-596-2150.
Fort Evans Archery of Inwood is your local full-service archery pro shop with sales and setup, maintenance, repairs, and sight-ins. Fort Evans Archery is a full-stocking dealer for all your favorites like Hoyt, Matthews, Elite, Bowtech, Mission, and Bear, with crossbows from Raven, 10-point, Barnett, and Excalibur. And Fort Evans Archery has a sight range out to 60 yards. Fort Evans Archery, 998 Arden-Nullville Road, Suite 2, Inwood, open Tuesday to Friday, 10 a.m. until 6, Saturdays 9:30 to 4. FortEvansArchery.com.
Beck and Mitsuriff Law Offices. 50 years experience. No fees unless we collect money for you. Always here to help you. Any questions? LawPBM.com.
Welcome back to the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show. It's now time for the check of the area schedule, brought to you by Rock's Local Markets. With convenient locations around the Eastern Panhandle, fast, fresh, friendly, Rock's. Last week, the Jefferson Cougars extended their win streak to 4 with a 39-14 win over the Musselman Applemen. So after starting 0-4, they got to 4-4 and up to 7th in the WVSSAC playoff ratings. Jefferson head coach Craig Hunter shared his thoughts on that win.
I thought the team played well. I mean, they continue to stay on the roll, continually staying hot, getting stops when we need it, being able to move the ball offensively, getting scores. Just did a good job against a good team with high playoff implications for West Virginia on the line in that game, and they answered the bell. Basically being able to get stops defensively when we needed them, and then, consistently able to just take what Musselman was giving us. It seemed like their plan was to take away our running attack. Anything inside, they kind of stuffed and tried to seem like that's their game was. So being able to just take what they were giving us defensively and being able to methodically move the ball down the field and taking shots when we had them was a key.
Then due to some scheduling conflicts out of their control, the Cougars game this week against the John Champ Knights actually took place last night. After trailing 15-0 early in the game, Jefferson then went on to score 24 unanswered points. Then John Champ scored a touchdown in the final few minutes of regulation, but couldn't get the ball back, giving the Cougars a 24-22 win. So now Jefferson's win streak is at 5 straight, and they sit at 5-4 overall. The Hedgesville Eagles finally got their first win of the season last week to snap a 16-game losing streak that stretched into last season. They were able to shut out Parkview 16-0 and are now 1-7 overall. With the win, Hedgesville now finds themselves in the 4A playoff picture at 15th in this week's WVSSAC playoff ratings. Tonight, the Eagles host the Dominion Titans out of Sterling, Virginia. Here's Hedgesville head coach Matt Faircloth with his thoughts on Dominion and what his team needs to accomplish tonight to get win number 2.
Athletic, you look at their record and then you watch some of the film, and they got 2 quarterbacks. They've been rotating them that can, when they get out of the pocket, they're really, really effective. They get the ball out quick. They want to get the ball out in space. And they got two wide receivers that can really go. And they're physical up front. Our biggest thing is right now we don't have a lot of guys going both ways as far as, in the box. So we got to stick to the game plan of, getting in there, grinding it up, eating clock, wearing them down. That way when they're going both ways, we're fresh on the front.
The Spring Mills Cardinals have now lost back-to-back games. Last week, they were held scoreless by Martinsburg, 42-0. With the loss, Spring Mills is now 4-4 overall and 8th in this week's WVSSAC playoff ratings. Tonight, the Cardinals travel to Parkersburg to take on the Parkersburg South Patriots. Spring Mills head coach Marcus Law shared his thoughts heading into tonight's contest.
Defensively, they love to bring a little bit of pressure, so that's one of the things that we have to be ready for. But again, one of those things we can get in certain formations, and we can almost predict what they're going to do. Offensively, they'll screen it, and it's one of those things. Defensively, we typically do a good job with that stuff, and just being able to run fit correct, line up correctly, and tackle. I think special teams wise, I think we'll be able to get a little bit of edge there. Again, the guys that we got coming on kicking the ball for us now, they're getting better each week, and then just again the guys we got back to return kicks, they did a fairly good job last week. So looking to continue to build on that.
Lastly, the Martinsburg Bulldogs have now won 7 straight games, thanks to that 42-0 win against Spring Mills last week in the rematch of last year's state title game. So after the rough start, in which they fell to 0-2 to begin things, the Bulldogs now sit at 7-2. Martinsburg head coach David Walker credits the turnaround to the fact that teams play how they practice.
I think it's something that they finally figured out. I mean, we've been preaching it from day one. We weren't happy with camp. We weren't happy with the month of August. As a staff, we're constantly hounding these guys about not being satisfied. Don't be satisfied. You have to compete against yourself, against other people, and so I think they finally figured it out. And after just a lot of repetition and us, harping on the fact that we needed more effort, because I do really believe that you will play the way you practice. And now that's not to say we've had bad weeks of practice and played really well, and we've had great weeks of practice and not played well. So I mean, there's not an exact science to it, but overall, as a coach, and you feel a lot better about your team when you have a good week of practice.
However, even with the win, they still find themselves in 3rd in this week's WVSSAC playoff ratings. This week is Martinsburg's bye week. They'll end the regular season next week with Hurricane. That was the check of the area schedule brought to you by Rock's Local Markets. With convenient locations around the Eastern Panhandle, fast, fresh, friendly, Rock's. We'll be right back with more of the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show right after this. You're tuned into West Virginia High School football on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Hi, I'm Hoppy Kercheval, a longtime radio host and Peak Advantage member. I'm excited to share the great news that you now have the option to join Peak Advantage Medicare plans, West Virginia's all-in-one Medicare Advantage plans, created for you by local trusted doctors partnering with WVU Medicine and Valley Health. Our plans include a $0 premium plan option including dental, vision, hearing, prescriptions, flex card, and more. If you'd like to become a member of Peak Advantage or have more questions, contact our local team today at 1-877-478-5545.
This is Eric at Hagerstown Ford. We have been challenged to sell 20 new and used vehicles each and every day for the rest of the year. This means you save thousands. Hagerstown Ford is the largest Ford store on the I-81 corridor, ranked among the top dealerships in the country in sales volume and customer satisfaction. If you are even thinking about buying a new car, now is the time. Visit HagerstownFord.com and choose your new ride, and we will bring it to you. You will sign all the documents from your phone and skip that awful finance process that consumes your entire day in the dealership. Let's recap. Hagerstown Ford must sell 20 vehicles a day. You will sign all the documents from your phone on your time. We will bring your new ride to you, and you're done. It's that easy. If you don't like it, return it. Our return policy is better than Walmart, and our buying experience is better than Amazon. And you save thousands. Hagerstown Ford is the #1 Ford store from Winchester, Virginia to Washington, D.C., from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania to Baltimore, Maryland. Now, we want to be the #1 Ford store in the nation.
Hagerstown Ford, right off Interstate 81, across from the Valley Mall.
Did you know a fully loaded truck weighs 80,000 pounds? I do know that they can cause a lot of damage in a wreck. Over 40,000 people die every year in crashes. And distracted driving is getting even worse. I wish we had better ways to prevent distracted driving. Me too. But one thing we can do is help people who've been injured in car and truck accidents. Hurt in almost heaven? Dial the 7s. 304-777-7777.
SkinnerWins.com.
The Eastern Panhandle is home to teachers and healthcare workers, farmers and fishermen, servicemen and women, golfers, bicyclists, and people who love the outdoors. Where we call home isn't any one thing, so we're not either. At Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery, we are honored to help you plan a celebration of life that reflects one's individuality.
Our trusted local team is here to see that your wishes are honored and that your special story is told.
The Hot Tub and Swim Spa Expo is at all 3 Floor Pools locations this weekend only. Hot tubs as low as $69 a month. Endless pool swim spas up to $8,000 off MSRP. Hot tubs, swim spas, saunas, and cold plunges up to 30% off. This weekend only at all 3 Floor Pools locations. Hot tubs, hot tubs, hot tubs. The Hot Tub and Swim Spa Expo is at all 3 Floor Pools locations this weekend only. Truckloads of hot tubs from major brands like Hot Spring Hot Tubs. All discounted. Hot tubs as low as $69 a month. Easy financing. Save thousands. Swim year-round with endless pool swim spas up to $8,000 off MSRP. Saunas as low as $79 a month. Hot tubs, swim spas, saunas, and cold plunges up to 30% off. This weekend only at all 3 Floor Pools locations. SpaExpoTristate.com. The Hot Tub and Swim Spa Expo is at all 3 Floor Pools locations this weekend only. Hot tubs as low as $69 a month. Endless pool swim spas up to $8,000 off MSRP. Hot tubs, swim spas, saunas, and cold plunges up to 30% off. This weekend only at all 3 Floor Pools locations.
We welcome you back here to Washington High School as we can continue our countdown to kickoff for tonight between Musselman and Washington on Talk Radio WRNR TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube, as we now will dive into here quickly the visiting Musselman Applemen, coming in with a record of 3-5, coming off a loss to Jefferson last week, 39-14, after getting back-to-back wins. It's a team that had to rebuild after last year. It's looked like that rebuild is pretty successful so far, but still, you want to get another one here tonight and finish off the regular season strong and better your chances moving forward. When we saw them against Martinsburg, they were competitive for pretty much 3.5 quarters, in all honesty, against the Bulldogs. We'll see how they can do here tonight, as interestingly enough, their warm-ups are kind of just getting started. They showed up a little bit later than I would have expected them to, but hopefully for them, either way, they're ready to go here tonight against Washington.
Yeah, Musselman, funny enough, runs the same offense that Washington was running right before Coach Terry Ray got here, the single wing, where you kind of keep your quarterback and running back in the backfield, and at any given snap, the ball can go to one or the other, and it's going to be a run-heavy offense, a lot of tight formations, tight ends, running backs, fullbacks, and it's been successful for Musselman. Last year, they kind of had to go to it out of necessity. I think you're seeing something similar from Hedgesville as they've seen injuries pile up. They're going to something closer to this, and they've had so much success compared to last year where they lost so many players. This year they were able to cobble together a better roster, and they had more time to adjust to their new system that they wanted to run. And it has paid off for them in some big ways. A big win against Wheeling Park where they were able to limit the possessions in that one, slow down a very good running back just enough, still had 200 yards rushing on them, and eventually win that game in the last minute. Defense and running the ball is the Musselman formula now.
Yeah, but from time to time you could see them go with an explosive pass. You never know. So watch out for Colton Shelton. He's kind of really that do-it-all kind of guy on both sides of the ball here for Musselman. And they still have a 1,000-yard rusher from last year in Nate Lazier, who's having a great season this year for the Applemen as well. But you're 100% right. Pretty much overall it is run first, run heavy, and then defense, get those stops, give your ball to the offense, churn that clock, and win it is that way and by any means necessary. So let's step aside, take another break here on the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show, and on the other side of that break, we'll hear from the head coach of the Musselman Applemen, Brian Thomas. This is West Virginia High School football on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
When it comes to surgery, experience and innovation matter. At WVU Medicine, our board-certified surgeons use the latest robotic and minimally invasive techniques to provide better outcomes and faster recoveries. We offer a full range of procedures including advanced hernia repair, anti-reflux surgery, breast cancer surgery, colon resection, gallbladder removal, skin cancer, and lesion removal. Trust the region's leader in advanced surgical care. Call WVU Medicine Surgery today at 304-596-2150.
The Berkeley and Morgan County Health Departments want to help keep our communities, including backyard flocks and farms, safe from H5N1, the avian flu. To stay up to date with current risk levels and CDC recommendations, as well as disease prevention information shared by the U.S. Department of Agriculture, be sure to check out the Community Resources section of the Berkeley Morgan County Health Department at bchealthdept.org. This ad has been made possible through a grant-funded partnership with the West Virginia Department of Health.
The Hot Tub and Swim Spa Expo is at all 3 Floor Pools locations this weekend only. Hot tubs as low as $69 a month. Endless pool swim spas up to $8,000 off MSRP. Hot tubs, swim spas, saunas, and cold plunges up to 30% off. This weekend only at all 3 Floor Pools locations. Hot tubs, hot tubs, hot tubs. The Hot Tub and Swim Spa Expo is at all 3 Floor Pools locations this weekend only. Truckloads of hot tubs from major brands like Hot Spring Hot Tubs. All discounted. Hot tubs as low as $69 a month. Easy financing. Save thousands. Swim year-round with endless pool swim spas up to $8,000 off MSRP. Saunas as low as $79 a month. Hot tubs, swim spas, saunas, and cold plunges up to 30% off. This weekend only at all 3 Floor Pools locations. SpaExpoTristate.com. The Hot Tub and Swim Spa Expo is at all 3 Floor Pools locations this weekend only. Hot tubs as low as $69 a month. Endless pool swim spas up to $8,000 off MSRP. Hot tubs, swim spas, saunas, and cold plunges up to 30% off. This weekend only at all 3 Floor Pools locations.
Welcome back to the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show. It's now time for our coaches interview, brought to you by Parsons Ford of Martinsburg at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsford.com. They became number one by making you number one first. Parsons. Now joined by the head coach of Musselman football, Brian Thomas. Coach, your team coming off a tough loss to Jefferson on Friday night. Your thoughts on that outcome?
Yeah, we didn't play very well. I thought we were very sloppy. Some of it was unforced errors. The unforced error stuff is the stuff that you don't want to see. We had a lot of false start penalties. There's a lot of times where you're just kind of hurting ourselves. Part of that's our fault. That we take blame in, and part of it's when you play a good team like Jefferson. Good teams put you in tough situations like that. So at the same time, hats off to them. They did a really good job as well.
What were maybe some things that did go well?
I thought we played well on special teams. I thought our special teams did a good job. I thought in spurts offensively we did well. We didn't sustain stuff, and we didn't punch drives in. We had the ball 5 times inside the 30, and only scored 2 touchdowns. So that's you asked me what did go well, and then I just said something that didn't go well. But we moved the ball at times. We did some good things. Here and there. I thought defensively we played really well. Defensively, our third down conversion rate was really good. We got them off the field on third down. Having said that, we weren't perfect, but that was a positive that we had.
What are you hoping to accomplish here this week to kind of get that momentum back for the end of the season?
Yeah, the biggest thing is your practice habits. The biggest thing is how you come out daily and what you do on the practice field. You can't just flip a switch on a Friday night and go out and be, amazing and be a superstar. NFL guys can do that because they're professionals. But, as a high schooler, you got to get better every single day. So, our biggest focus this week is continuing to just kind of grow and continuing to get better at our daily habits that we put out on the practice field.
Speaking of growth, how much have you seen since the last time we saw you guys when it was Martinsburg?
Yeah, I don't know. I look at the growth. To me, I look at our growth right now from like year to year. I kind of look a lot of times this year at where we were at last year at this time, and we've grown a tremendous amount. I think we've gotten better this season. We're really a unique team because we have a lot of seniors, but a lot of our seniors that are playing for us are first year guys. We had a boatload of kids that had came out that have never played before, and this is their first year playing. So, we have some older guys and some seniors, but also that's inexperience that, has gotten better through the season. Then we still have a lot of young guys, on the offensive line. We're starting 1 freshman, 3 sophomores, a senior, and then we got a junior. So, we're really young up front as well. So, I think those young guys are coming around. I think they're growing. I think they're getting a lot better.
What are the focal points that you guys will be hitting on in this week's practice gearing up for Friday?
Sometimes it's just the fundamental stuff. Sometimes it's, we come out and try to do, everybody comes out and tries to do things from a big perspective. But sometimes it's just the little stuff of hey, we need to take this angle on a block, or, we need to attack this in the pass game and work on this route and work on our timing here. Or, defensively, we need to fit up in the run game here. So sometimes it's just little stuff like that I think you need to do on a daily basis in order to get better. Sometimes you coaches want to change stuff day to day, and then at the same time you just got good at nothing. So for me, it's let's focus on 5 to 10 things that we have to get good at and just continually rep those and kind of try to master those.
What are your initial thoughts on your opponent this week in Washington?
Yeah, they're aggressive. Defensively, they get after you. They like to bring the backers. They like to pin their ears back and really come after you, which they're trying to create negative plays, which it's a smart strategy because that can put you behind the sticks offensively. Them offensively, they'll give you a lot of different looks. They'll spread it out. Their pass game's good. If you allow the quarterback to keep plays alive, they do a good job of kind of creating stuff. And they got a couple athletes that are as fast as anybody, so that presents a lot of problems.
Their offense has kind of been struggling here the past 2 weeks, punching it into the end zone. How do you guys make sure that on your end you're ready to go defensively to keep that trend going on their end?
Well, it's tough because they've, and I don't know everything about their team, but my guess would be they've probably had the injury bug. I don't know that, but they've had some different guys at some different places. They played one of their receivers at quarterback one game, and then they've moved some different guys to running back, and they had some different people out there. So, I think they've done a good job with what they were with kind of what they've been presented. They changed some things up last game and went some to the QB run game. So we got to kind of be prepared for anything. The good part with us is, our defense has a lot of kind of base rules. And if you can kind of get good at that base stuff, we should be able to line up to everything. We just got to be aggressive and get to the ball.
What's your overall message to your team this week heading into the game?
Yeah, the big thing is continuing to grow. I think, we started to taste some success. We won 2 in a row, which was more than we won all of last year. So, you come out, you win a couple games, and you're pretty high on yourself, and you're feeling pretty good. You go into a game last week against Jefferson that, the game plan was to win, and you fall short and you don't achieve that goal. And do you sit there and kind of fall on your face and say, we're done, or do you continue to fight and continue to come out and get better? So, yeah, the big message this week is let's continue to grow. It's looking like we'll be in the playoffs. So, we have for sure at least 3 more guaranteed weeks, and you can get a lot better in 3 weeks.
Anything else, Coach? If not, we'll get to the fun question.
I don't think so. I think that's it.
All right, fun question for this week with it being Halloween on game day Friday night. We've already asked kind of Halloween candy, what your favorite stuff is and all that good stuff. But keeping the trend for the holiday, are you a fan of spooky, scary movies? And if so, what's your favorite?
No. We do. My family does watch Stranger Things. I guess that's kind of like a spooky thing. But no, I'm not.
No horror?
Nope, I'm not. Like, I go home tonight, I'm gonna punch on the World Series game. I'm not watching anything creepy or scary. I don't do any of that.
All right. Appreciate the time,
thanks,
Coach.
man.
As always, best of luck Friday. That was our coach's interview brought to you by Parsons Ford of Martinsburg at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online on parsonsford.com. They became number 1 by making you number 1 first. Parsons will be back with more of the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show right after this. This is West Virginia High School football on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Free money you can't lose. Download the Casino Kings app today.
Prohibited where void. Must claim to be 21 or older. Free money is not cash. Cannot be withdrawn. This is free money or unrestricted market offer must be claimed by the indispaired. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You've probably heard that sped up disclaimer at the end of sportsbook ads. The ones that say,
Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
But can they really help you stop gambling? Yes. They've helped thousands of people here in West Virginia stop gambling and take back their lives. They provide guidance and resources, including financial counseling and even free software to block gambling sites. So talk to someone who will take the time to listen. Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The thing I'm most passionate about with my clients is that 95% of them that come to me, they've never been in trouble in their lives. They've got careers, promising futures, things that matter.
So thankfully, after it was all said and done, I had no DUI and I had no more stress facing me or my family.
When you're on the fence whether to hire a DUI attorney, I always say that you really cannot afford not to. My name is Harley Wagner. My law practice has been exclusively focused on driving under the influence cases throughout the state of West Virginia.
The Eastern Panhandle is home to teachers and healthcare workers, farmers and fishermen, servicemen and women, golfers, bicyclists, and people who love the outdoors. Where we call home isn't any one thing, so we're not either. At Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery, we are honored to help you plan a celebration of life that reflects one's individuality.
Our trusted local team is here to see that your wishes are honored and that your special story is told.
When it comes to providing you with a better car buying experience, CMA's Honda of Winchester takes it personally. Why? Because we're employee owned. That makes us neighbors, and good neighbors take care of each other. Come experience the honesty, transparency, and value we provide every customer, every neighbor, each and every day. At CMA's Honda of Winchester, owners just care more about you.
We welcome you back to Terry L. Marcus Stadium. It's senior night for Washington. As you can see, the senior night ceremony going on right now down on the field as we are just under half an hour away from kickoff for tonight's ball game between Musselman and Washington here on Talk Radio WRNR TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. I'm Colin McLaughlin. Alongside me is Dylan Bishop. Our camera crew tonight, Rodney Watcher, Ethan Elliott, and Tyler Strine. And back at the studio is Kyler High. Happy Halloween as well. As you can see, if you're tuned in on TV 10 or a YouTube stream, got a different little logo for TV 10 at the bottom. And then eventually, during the game, the scoreboard is a nice little Halloween theme for that as well. So hope you enjoy those. But let's now get into more of this pregame show and break down the Washington Patriots, who are also 3-5, just like Musselman, and coming off back-to-back shutout losses. It's been tough for this offense here after the Martinsburg loss of 69-0, and then to Hampshire last week, 41-0. We'll see if the Patriots are able to figure it out on the offensive side of the ball and get going. When it was Martinsburg, it was just kind of being outmatched. For Hampshire, it was the 5 turnovers that were the big issue for the Patriots in that loss.
Yeah, it was a rough showing that we saw against Martinsburg, but that's kind of how it's going to be when you play against Martinsburg in the EPAC. And for Washington, we should say a shout out during the senior game or senior night festivities here. Cameron Togans had the PA announce his college commitment during his senior night. What would you call it? Walking out, sure, while listing off his stuff that he submitted for senior night. Allegheny for Cameron Togans. So congratulations to him.
Congrats to all the seniors.
Yes, of course, overall. And for Washington here tonight, I think we're going to see a very different version of them than we saw against Martinsburg. It looks like Kyle Athey is playing and healthy, and we'll see what they can do. It's been a lot of talk from Coach Ray this season about the offensive line, and football, a lot of success starts in the trenches, offensive and defensive line. Can you win that battle up front? And if Washington can move the ball, especially on the ground, and open things up for Athey through the air, then I think that we can have a really entertaining, close, competitive game here tonight. But if Musselman is going to dominate up front and get pressure and put Washington second and long and third and long, then it could be a longer night for the Patriots here on senior night.
Yeah, we'll see how they do here. Defense has to be very disciplined as there goes a tent. A windy night here in Charlestown, so got to be careful out there. We were seeing that earlier, them setting up that tent over on the far side for Musselman, and my first comment immediately was, I hope they have weights to hold down that tent. The answer, it looks like they did not. But back to the point that I was trying to make about Washington's defense against Musselman's single-wing offense, as we kind of continue to drive that home, you got to just have your assignments and be very disciplined on that, and you'll hear from Coach Ray here soon in the pregame show talking about that in practice this week. They didn't even use a ball for the scout team once learning the offense because they figured defensively you're going to have your assignment anyway, and you're tackling whoever you're going after. Hopefully they have the ball. If not, hopefully the guy that does have the ball is tackled by somebody else.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a bad way to go about it. As Matt Faircloth would say, alignment, assignment football.
Yep.
Yeah, that's really what the single wing defending it is all about. You got to win your battle up front. You got to know where you're supposed to be, what gap you're supposed to be going through as you're coming through the offensive line, or if you're holding contain on the outside. It's going to be a big thing for the Musselman defense, the Washington defense here tonight. And we'll see. There's a lot of talented players on the Musselman side who could have the ball in any given play. So you got to be on it when it comes to being in the place that you're supposed to be, because if you're not, guys like Nate Lazier, Colton Shelton are going to run right by you.
All righty, Dylan, anything else that you want to add about Washington? If not, we'll take our final break.
I'm just looking forward to seeing maybe the closer to the season-long vision of Washington on offense this season compared to what we saw against Martinsburg.
All right, let's step aside, take our final break here of the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show for us. On the other side of that break, you'll hear from Terry Ray, head coach of Washington. You'll hear from a few players from both teams as well. This is West Virginia High School Football and Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Nothing goes better with football than chicken. From Pee-wee to the big boys to the wing T formation. Oh my, fumbling, bumbling, stumbling. Rocks local market.
Sometimes our customers face circumstances that stretch their financial resources. At West Virginia American Water, we're here to help. Our customer assistance program can keep your life flowing by providing one-time assistant grants of up to $500, payment installment plans, and budget billing to provide predictable monthly bills. We also offer discounts of 20% for qualified low-income customers. To learn more about our customer assistance programs, visit westvirginiaamwater.com.
You have choices when it comes to appliance repair, but before you call a large corporate chain, consider what BW Appliance brings to the table. BW Appliance Repair offers fast in-home appliance repair services to the eastern panhandle of West Virginia, including Jefferson County and Berkeley County. We strive for professionalism, dedication, and honesty. Call us today at 304-279-8858 to schedule immediate service. You can also visit us online at bwappliance.repair.
The Eastern Panhandle is home to teachers and healthcare workers, farmers and fishermen, servicemen and women, golfers, bicyclists, and people who love the outdoors. Where we call home isn't any one thing, so we're not either. At Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery, we are honored to help you plan a celebration of life that reflects one's individuality.
Our trusted local team is here to see that your wishes are honored and that your special story is told.
We welcome you back to the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show. It's now time for our coaches interview, brought to you by Parsons Ford of Martinsburg at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsford.com. They became number one by making you number one first, Parsons. Now joined by the head coach of Washington football, Terry Ray. Coach, your team, tough loss last week at Hampshire. Overall, just your thoughts on that game?
Too many mistakes in the game. On the road, it was a little bit chilly. We just made too many mistakes. We got to clean everything up and play better this week.
The glaring headline for those mistakes, 5 turnovers. How are you trying to make sure that you guys can clean that up this week in practice?
Yesterday was offense. We worked on all ball control and protecting the football. That was pretty much all we did. We harped on it big time yesterday.
Injury bug obviously getting you guys a good bit here too as of late. How do you still keep the intensity going in practice to make sure that Friday you guys are at your best, but at the same time balancing that to make sure everybody stays healthy?
We're going to keep practicing the way we practice. We do thud. We try not to do a ton of live contact, but we're doing thud, and we're working guys in so we can keep ourselves healthy and get through the rest of the season.
Who has been able to step up here and kind of plug and play since that injury bug's hit?
We've had a bunch of different guys. It's the next player up. We've always had that mentality here. So, again, we had freshmen that have stepped up and played, and we've had more freshmen who are going to have to step up and play. We might have a couple guys have to step up and play positions they haven't played in a while.
How does that make you feel as a coach, I guess, in all honesty?
We'll be fine. We just got to coach them up, try to keep it simple so they won't make mistakes, and they can run around and play.
What's practice been like this week so far?
It's been pretty good. Again, we're expecting rain tomorrow. Hopefully the rain holds off today, but practice has been pretty good.
Speaking of that, how does that kind of play into a week when you guys are gearing up?
Well, if it's going to rain, you got to get the kids mentally ready for it. Sometimes they just don't like the rain. Tomorrow's our polished day. We usually don't really go full go, but if it's going to rain, we're going to figure out a way to get out here and get stuff done.
You guys take on Musselman this week. What stands out to you about the Applemen?
They run the football. They're running that single wing. They're aggressive. Defensively, they're aggressive. They bring a lot of pressure. We have our hands full, and we need to show up and play football.
How tough is it in practice to kind of replicate that single wing?
It takes our scout team a little bit. You get a little bit mad sometimes at them, but it's more them getting the cards and understanding how to run the offense. And once we get that down, we're not even practicing with the ball this week because the way they direct snap to everything, we're just going to run our stuff and let our kids react to everything that they're doing in the backfield.
What are those kind of keys, importance, and whatnot defensively when it comes to that?
Again, we tell our kids we read our keys. They know their gap assignments. They know what we're supposed to do. Once we get there, we know we tackle everything that there is, everybody there is. If we don't know who the ball is, we just tackle that guy.
How do you feel like you guys match up with them?
We match up well, and again, we just got to show up and play football.
Big playoff implications on this as well. How do you guys kind of deal with that mentally?
We're just taking it 1 week at a time. We've always done that. We're not looking forward to the playoffs or anything right now. We're worried about Musselman.
What do you feel like it's going to come down to get that win?
We got to play defense, stop the run. Offensively, we need to be balanced, not turn the ball over, and limit penalties.
Anything else, Coach? If not, we'll get to the fun question.
Fun question.
All right, fun question. Halloween, obviously, on Friday night. We've already asked Candy. We've already asked Halloween costumes that you guys had growing up this week. You fan of scary movies, horror movies? If so, what's your favorite? If not, why?
I like the Saw series. It's interesting. People like that using their brains and making stuff very difficult, but Saw. I watch the Saw series.
All right, there we go. Thank you for the time, Coach. Appreciate it. Best of luck.
Right.
That was our coaches' interviews brought to you by Parsons Ford of Martinsburg at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsford.com. They became number one by making you number one first. Parsons, back with more of the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show right after this. This is West Virginia High School Football and Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
After a car accident, call the local law firm that can give you the help you need right now.
Get more with Mansion Ferretti, the one with 115 years of combined experience fighting for West Virginia accident victims. Get more with Mansion Ferretti,
the one that takes on the big insurance companies.
Get more with Mansion Ferretti. We're Mansion Ferretti.
After a car accident, we'll fight for every dollar you deserve. And if there's no recovery, there's no fee. So call right now.
Get more with Mansion Ferretti. 304-264-8505.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanic Insurance Companies. For over a century, we have been dedicated to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. We specialize in auto, home, farm, and business insurance. Our products are backed with personal, hands-on service. You can trust us to protect what matters most to you. For all of your insurance needs, there's Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies.
Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg. We welcome you back to the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show. It's now time for our player interviews brought to you by the Mirius Group of Ameriprise Financial Advisors, John Everson and Phil McCoy. You can call them today at 304-263-4343. Stop in, schedule an appointment at 1270 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. Here with one of the do-it-all men for the Applemen, a Musselman, Colton Shelton. Colton, how do you feel like the season's gone as a whole for you guys?
I feel like it's going pretty well, you know. We got a big win against Wheeling Park. That kind of brought momentum to the team. Right now we're 3-5. Got a couple people banged up. But other than that, I think the guys are going to step up and we're going to be good this week.
Obviously, it's another year of kind of growing overall for you guys. How much growth have you seen from last year up until this point this year?
I mean, tremendously. Like, there's a bunch of young guys that we have a lot of trust in that, you know, sophomores, juniors, they step up and they fill the role pretty well.
As I kind of mentioned, you're somebody that does it all for this team. You can be plugged in anywhere and really be a spark for both sides of the ball. Which one's your favorite, offense or defense, and why?
Probably defense. I just like tackling, hitting people, getting to the ball, flying around. It's my favorite part of the game.
You mentioned a couple guys banged up here this week, including yourself. Hopefully things well enough for you to go out there against Washington on Friday. But either way, what are you doing here this week to make sure that you are still able to help your team out?
Yeah, I'm doing therapy. But other than that, I've been trying to help the guys that are stepping in to fill my role, making sure they understand the calls or where they're supposed to be.
Games, plus playoffs, we're going to come out full throttle.
How do you guys stay confident here for the rest of the way?
We just get effort, practice, just keep going 100%, and just keep on going every way.
How do you feel like practice has been so far this week?
Good, high energy.
How do you guys keep that going?
We just keep going, just be brotherhood. That's all we need. Just stay as brothers, just keep playing, and just play through this rest of the season.
Play both sides of the ball, correct?
Yes, sir.
Which side do you like more and why?
Defense.
Why?
Because defense, I get to hit somebody. I just like that full aggressive contact.
What are you hoping to do as you guys continue in the rest of the way?
Try to give my effort for my brothers and all that, and just put myself out there, get myself those stats, get myself out there for colleges and all that.
This week it's Musselman, a big game, playoff implications a lot here moving into this one. What stands out to you kind of when you're looking at your film on Musselman, and what are you guys hoping to accomplish?
They're a powerhouse team. They're going to give us competition, and that's what we need. We need competition to get better and better every single game.
What do you guys need to do to get that win?
To just have good form tackling like we're doing right now, and to just come out 100%, 110% actually, and just keep on going, never stop.
All right, Cam, appreciate it. Thank you. That was our player interviews brought to you by the Mary Scoop of Ameriprise Financial Advisors, John Everson and Phil McCoy. Call them today at 304-263-4343. Stop by, scheduled appointment at 1270 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. Back with more of the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show right after this. You're tuned into West Virginia High School football and talk radio WRNR and TV10.
Radon is the second leading cause of lung cancer deaths in the United States each year. But do you know the radon levels in your home? Home is a place to live, love, and laugh, not a place to breathe air containing radon. The Berkeley and Morgan County Health Departments are distributing free confidential radon test kits, and you can get yours at the Berkeley County Health Department office in Martinsburg and the Morgan County Health Department office in Berkeley Springs. Protect your home and family. Get your free radon test kit today.
It's the new normal. You live, work, and play everywhere. Whether it's the family car or the family business, you need insurance that keeps pace with your changing life. Home on the job or working from home, peace of mind comes from knowing your whole world is covered. No matter what happens or how big it grows, whatever your new normal, Erie Insurance's award-winning service and personal agents can keep pace. Call your local agent today or visit erieinsurance.com for a quote.
What are you looking for? How about some craft beer? Or maybe you want some New York style pizza. Maybe some time with your family. Or maybe you want to have game night with all your friends out on the patio. Yeah, we got that.
Are you looking for a lager? Maybe a stout or IPA. We've got that.
Our dough is made fresh every day. Our sauce is made daily. And our mozzarella is absolutely amazing. Our neighborhood is growing, and it deserves a place where you can have great food, great beer, and a great ambiance. And that place is right here.
Andy's Pizza and Inferno Brewery. Andy'sPizza.com.
My kids, you know I want the best for you, don't you? We need to have a conversation.
End-of-life planning is no one's favorite discussion, but the relief of having everything in place when the hour of need arrives is a gift. Give it to your family. Plan ahead with us.
Brown Funeral Homes, a leading provider of cremations, invites you to explore the many flexible options of cremation. From environmental considerations to the benefit of greatly reduced cost, it may be the perfect answer for your family. Online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
Welcome back here to the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show. It's the band on the field here at Washington High School. Let's now get our keys to the game, brought to you by CMA Chevy and Toyota Martinsburg, all in one convenient location, 650 Foxcroft Avenue in Martinsburg. CMA, where owners just care more.
Or for Washington, we kind of got into it. It's the alignment and the assignment on the defensive side to really stay on track and contain the Musselman single-wing offense. And for Musselman, can they make Washington one-dimensional on offense themselves? If you can take away the passing game of Kyle Athey, where you can focus in on the run game, or put Washington in second and long or third and long where they have to pass the ball and you know that it's coming, makes things a lot easier on your defense.
All right, that's your keys of the game as we see Washington getting ready to take the field on the far side. Let's get quickly, if we can, to our starting lineups for tonight. Starting lineups brought to you by Bodwell Insurance Solutions, a local professional to help you with all your Medicare needs. Visit BodwellInsuranceSolutions.com or call them at 304-283-0864. First for the visiting Musselman Applemen. At left tackle, it's number 65, Deacon and Guillen. At left guard, it's number 56, Evan Clark. Your center's number 55, Owen Boyce. Right guard's number 51, Teddy Day. And at right tackle, it's number 66, Maddox Canfield. At fullback, it's number 28, Deshaun Lewis. Tight end, number 11, Josh Armentrout. Wide receiver, number 13, Corday Bunny. Starting running backs are number 4, Nate Leisure, and number 17, Colton Shelton. And at quarterback, it's number 2, Zach Miller. Defensively, for the Musselman Applemen, at defensive end, it's number 12, Ethan Amencraw. At defensive tackle, it's number 11, Josh Armentrout. Other defensive tackle, number 8, Eli Leisure, and at the other defensive end, number 2, Zach Miller. Linebackers are number 28, Deshaun Lewis, number 17, Colton Shelton, number 15, Logan Henderson. Cornerbacks, number 0, Greg Mathis. Free safety, Jaden Ryan. And strong safety, number 7, Aiden Cornell. And at cornerback is number 6, Devin Lewis. Let's now step aside and take a 3-minute break. On the other side of that 3-minute break, we'll get you Washington starters, coin toss, and opening kick here on Talk Radio WRNR TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube back in 3 minutes.
This is Eric at Hagerstown Ford. We have been challenged to sell 20 new and used vehicles each and every day for the rest of the year. This means you save thousands. Hagerstown Ford is the largest Ford store on the I-81 corridor, ranked among the top dealerships in the country in sales volume and customer satisfaction. If you are even thinking about buying a new car, now is the time. Visit HagerstownFord.com and choose your new ride, and we will bring it to you. You will sign all the documents from your phone and skip that awful finance process that consumes your entire day in the dealership. Let's recap. Hagerstown Ford must sell 20 vehicles a day. You will sign all the documents from your phone on your time. We will bring your new ride to you, and you're done. It's that easy. If you don't like it, return it. Our return policy is better than Walmart, and our buying experience is better than Amazon. And you save thousands. Hagerstown Ford is the #1 Ford store from Winchester, Virginia to Washington, D.C., from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania to Baltimore, Maryland. Now, we want to be the #1 Ford store in the nation.
Hagerstown Ford, right off Interstate 81, across from the Valley Mall.
And that concludes today's pregame show.
We play every play like it's the most important play of the game. Let's go.
Coming up next, it's the starting lineups, opening kick, and play-by-play action of West Virginia high school football. Today's game is being brought to you by
W. Harley Miller Systems, Smallwood and Small Insurance Agency, Power, Beck, and Matzaref Law Offices, Senate Finance Chairman Jason Barrett, Hagerstown Ford, Fort Evans Archery, Rocks Local Markets, the Brown Funeral Home and Cremations, Robert Fields and Sons, the Larry DeMarco team at Century 21 Modern Realty Results, Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, personal injury attorneys, Cody's Auto Body, the Palace Lounge, Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, the Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, the Berkeley County Health Department, Bodwell Insurance Solutions, Ameriprise Financial and the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, WVU Medicine Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, CMA Honda of Winchester, CMA Chevy and Toyota of Martinsburg, CMA Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Martinsburg, Dignity Memorial Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery of Martinsburg, Floor Pools of Martinsburg, Hagerstown, and Chambersburg, Inferno Brewery and Andy's Pizza.
And now, let's go back to the field and rejoin our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team.
We welcome you back here on Talk Radio WRNR, TV 10, WRNR TV on YouTube. Let's now get to Washington's starting lineups as Musselman now takes the field on the far side. As I already gave you Musselman's starters before we went to break. So for Washington on offense, at left tackle it's number 72, Caden Jones. At left guard it's number 75, Vincent Arniker. At center it's number 66, Brantley Lawson. Right guard it's number 73, Matthew Gordillo. At right tackle it's number 76, Gunnar Waxler. Wide receiver starting tonight for Washington, it's number 0, Jordan Petrie. Number 4, Chris Durand. Number 19, Neil Powell. Number 24, Cam Togans. At running back, it's number 3, Philip Shields, or number 1, Xavier Mack. And at quarterback, it's number 5, Kyle Athey. Defensively at anchor, it's number 50, Malik Bratton. Defensive tackles, number 66, Brantley Lawson. Nose tackles, number 75, Vincent Arniker. And at defensive end, it's number 72, Caden Jones. Sam linebacker is number 5, Kyle Athey. Mike linebacker, number 11, Blaze Cantley. Will linebackers, number 6, Jaquil Watkins. Corners are number 3, Phil Shields. Number 2, Mario Prince. Free safeties, number 19, Neil Powell. And your rovers, number 24, Cam Togans. Coin toss currently going on. As you can see, Washington in the home blue uniforms. It looks like they won the toss and will elect to defer to the second half. Musselman in the white uniforms here tonight. Let's introduce you to tonight's officials as well, which is brought to you by Inferno Brewery and Andy's Pizza. Call 304-728-ANDY. That's 304-728-2639, or visit www.andyspizza.com. Your head referees, Brian Costello. Umpires, Randy Robinson. Line judge, Kevin Hardy. Head linesman, Larry Hawk. Field judge is Chris Trigg. Side judge is Michael Birch. Looks like if one of them goes down or something goes wrong, there's plenty of people dressed up in their Halloween costumes as referees. I see a few cheerleaders down there dressed up as referees. I think I saw somebody in the band dressed up, maybe a student section person, and myself. I'm ready to go if they need me to be a referee here tonight, Dylan. Happy Halloween.
That's true, yeah. I decided not to go with the Halloween costume here tonight. It was just I would have stuck out.
So Washington ready to kick off. Our opening kick is brought to you by the Berkeley County Health Department. Prevent, Promote, Protect, offering public, clinical, and environmental services at 122 Waverly Court in Martinsburg. Is Emilio Perez Diggs on to kick off here for the Patriots. 2 men back to return for the Applemen. It's the kick. Low line drive that's going to roll from the 10 and stop at the 3-yard line and then go out of bounds. Great heads-up play there by Musselman because of the wind, realizing that one was starting to roll away from Zach Miller, and the penalty is going to give Musselman some great field position to begin tonight.
It was a risky move there as it was rolling softly towards the sideline. Washington was almost able to go down and get it, but it ended up being the right move.
So because of the penalty, the drive will begin at the 35-yard line. As you can see, that wind continuing to whirl around here in Charlestown at Terry L. Marcus Stadium. It's going to be a big factor here tonight in this ball game. Musselman breaks the huddle for the 1st and 10. It's like Miller back there. Shelton over here in the slot on the near side along with another wide receiver. And the ball it's fumbled. It's on the ground waiting to see who has it. Washington pointing as if they have it. And it looks like the signal, though, from the official is that it remains Musselman ball, even though we see a Washington Patriot coming out of the huddle with it, or the pile, with it. Kyle Athey had it.
Ends up being a loss of 1 from the looks of it. I think it just somebody got a little ahead of themselves on running, and the ball really just never went into anybody's hands. Bounced off
second down and 11 now. Here for Musselman. Single wing, it's a direct snap to Shelton, who now pitches it to a running back, and he's off to the races on the far side into enemy territory, as that's Nate Leisure being forced out of bounds around the 35-yard line. We'll see where they say he stepped out, but it's a first down for Musselman once they spot the ball.
Looks like the 42.
Wow.
Big time gain. They go with a little triple option or a speed option on the outside. Get the pitch to Leisure, and it ends up being a gain of, well, let's see. They were at the 29. 29 plus 8 gives you 37.
That's still shorter than I expected. I thought he went around out at the 35 as he was continuing to run, but they say he stepped out here at the 42. So now it's a snap to Shelton. Shelton goes up the middle, bounces off a few linemen, and will fall forward across the 40. And it looks like they'll say he was stopped at the 38-yard line to make it second down.
So a solid 4-yard gain. Musselman moving the ball effectively to start after that botched snap on the very first play. 2 successful plays in a row to varying degrees.
Applemen break the huddle here. Shelton, receiver on the near side, 2 receivers on the far side now here on this second down. But again, it's a direct snap, and up the middle, I believe that is Nate Leisure the lone man in the backfield that time, and it's going to be a loss of 1 on the play, making it 3rd down.
A lot better job that time by Washington to hold up the front line, the defensive line of Washington, and Bratton, Lawson, and Arkener, and Jones.
Zach Miller was out on that last play. He's back in now here for this 3rd down situation. He's in the backfield alongside Leisure. And a pre-snap penalty. And it looks like it's an encroachment against Washington, so that's going to help out Musselman here on this 3rd down. What was 3rd and slightly long is now going to be 3rd and pretty short.
You can't afford to do that against this Musselman offense because, as you can see, the style that they want to run, a lot of times it's 3 yards in a cloud of dust, and now you just turned 3 yards, if they do pick it up, into a 1st down instead of what would have been 4th and medium.
3rd down here at the 34-yard line.
They did it again.
And again, movement up front. It's another offside penalty against Washington.
Wow.
Musselman doesn't even have to snap the ball to move the chains. It's a 1st down for the Applemen.
I couldn't even tell if there's really a hard count going on from Miller or Shelton back there. Miller or Leisure this time.
Ball now at the 29. 1st and 10, Musselman. Musselman gets set. And the snap bobbled by Miller. He picks it up, and now he gets dogpiled. He had it, started running to his right, and just never looked the ball all the way into his hands from the snap from Owen Boyce. And that's going to be a loss of about 5 on the play, backing it up to the 34.
Sloppy play from Musselman is bailing out Washington on this drive. That looked like it was going to be the first pass play for Musselman. It looked like it was going to be a rollout into a pass. I think Miller got ahead of himself and never really fully caught the ball before taking off.
It's a 2nd and 15 now for Musselman here with 8 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the 1st quarter. And they go with a reverse from Miller to Shelton. And Shelton has space on the far side, now bursts upfield across the 25 and brought down at the 24-yard line.
Call that the fumble-rooski type of deal if you want to, where Shelton, the run is to the right, and they hand it off forward to Shelton in front of him for a nice gain of about 10 yards.
Yeah, so that'll make it 3rd and 5 here with 8 minutes remaining in the 1st.
A short 5, a long 4, somewhere in that range.
All snap to Leisure, who's got blockers ahead of him, now splits the gap at the 10, brought down inside the 5 as a tackle there by Blaze Cantley, but it's going to be 1st and goal, Musselman.
Great movement from the Musselman offensive line that time to get what I'm going to call 19 yards on that one. Got out into space. Blockers flowing to the 2nd and 3rd level. Leisure was patient, stayed behind his blocks. 1st and goal.
The Musselman breaks the huddle now with about 7.5 minutes remaining here in this 1st quarter on the opening drive of the night. It's a snap to Shelton, who runs to the left, slips through a tackle, now going towards the pylon, dives into the end zone while being dragged back, and he's in. Touchdown, Musselman. 7:17 to go here in quarter number 1. It's Musselman 6, Washington nothing.
Got a nice kick-out block. Lead blocker Nate Leisure did just enough. And then Mario Prince, who's down after the play, tries to bring down Shelton, but just can't quite do it before he gets across the goal line.
Yep, so he will be attended to here before the extra point. So let's step aside because of the injury and take a 30-second break, and then we'll be right back here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
We welcome you back here. It's Mario Prince, the injured Washington Patriot, walking off the field now after the Colton Shelton touchdown for Musselman to give them an early 6-0 lead here against Washington. As both teams head back out onto the field while Prince still slowly walking off. You can see him kind of favoring that right leg, doing a high knee here, trying to stretch it out. It's Musselman ready for the extra point. Will be Miller holding when we resume.
Strong first drive from Musselman. Run blocking looked really good on most of that drive.
Flag, while the extra point's up, it was good. We'll have to wait and see what the flag is. As Wilson Bonham makes it 7-0. Looks like that penalty will not matter here for this play. So 7-0 with 7:17 to go in quarter number 1. Musselman leads Washington. Let's step aside and take a 1-minute break. Just waiting to see, unless they decide to accept it, maybe go for 2. So hold on here.
It's offside.
Looks like they will worry about it later on, maybe here at the kickoff or not, I don't know. But let's make a 1-minute break and then be right back here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Powered Beck and Surf Law Offices. 50 years experience. No fees unless we collect money for you. Always here to help you. Any questions? lawpbm.com.
You feel that in the air? The precision passes of expletives thrown from a jersey-clad warrior to his TV, his dog, or anyone that'll listen. It's time for tailgating and showing off those parking lot picnics. Just remember, when you come out of the fourth quarter to 5 new dents, remember Cody's Auto Body is your MVP. I can erase those dents, just not the memory of your team's awful record. I'm Cody with Cody's Auto Body. That's Cody's with a T for f***ing trust.
We welcome you back. Musselman leads Washington 7-0. The Applemen now ready to kick off here to the Patriots. The kick's away. It's a booming kick that's going to go into the end zone and down for a touchback. Let's now get a scoring drive summary from that first drive for Musselman. Scoring drive summary brought to you by Senate Finance Chair Jason Barrett. Trusted leadership, real solutions.
8 plays to go, 70 yards. Goes Musselman. Big plays from Nate Lazier, get him down close. Colton Shelton puts it into the end zone on a 5-yard touchdown run.
So there you go, 7:17 to go here in quarter number 1. It's Musselman 7, Washington 0, as we now will see the Patriots offense for the first time this evening. It's Kyle Athey in shotgun formation with 2 receivers to each side, and we get a flag before the play, and it's immediately a false start against Washington as penalties killing the Patriots here in this first quarter on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, the pre-snap penalties are brutal right now from Washington. That's already their 4th one, and we are less than 5 minutes into the game.
Just like that, they start now with a 1st and 15 from the 15. Athey takes the snap, drops back the pass, now rolls to his right, chucking it deep on the far side, and it sails out of bounds, as it looks like that was Avery Brown, the intended receiver, and that'll make it 2nd down.
You can already see the difference in styles on offense. Washington coming out and passing the ball in the first play. Musselman did not pass the ball at all on their first drive. I'm surprised to see them come out with a pass on 1st and 10, very first play of the game, but want to keep the Musselman defense honest, I guess.
Break the huddle here for this 2nd and 15. 1 receiver to the near side, 2 on the far side. Now 2 men in the backfield alongside Athey. Looks like it's Shields and Mack, and it's a snap to Athey, who hands it off to Mack, who tries to go up the middle, but Musselman collapses in on him, and I don't think he got anything on that play, and that'll make it 3rd and 15.
Musselman doing a very good job up front, filled the gaps that time, and there was nowhere for Mack to go. The offensive line couldn't open anything up for him.
So now we'll see Neil Powell go in, Mack check out, so makes you feel like, obviously, with this 3rd and 15, probably seeing a pass. 3 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Athey claps, gets the snap, and it's on the turf, and he just has to fall on top of it down at the 10-yard line, so another 5 yards lost. That makes it 4th and 20, and it's a 3-and-out for the Patriots to begin here tonight.
They pretty much never had the chance to get that drive off the ground. That first pass play was on 1st and 15. I should give credit to Washington on that one. And I said I wasn't expecting them to pass on the first play. That penalty puts you behind, and immediately you got to throw the ball, and it doesn't work out.
Here's a punt out of the end zone. It's a booming punt that's going to bounce at the 49 and be scooped up by the return man at the 45. He's hit at the 50 and brought down at the 49-yard line of Washington. That's where the drive will begin here for the Applemen.
DeMarion Warren back on that punt. Looked like he might have had some space to do something if he could have caught it in the air, but it went over his head a little bit and then threw things off from there.
So we said windy night here. That's going to play a lot of tricks with the ball in the air for both sides.
Mm-hmm.
So 1st and 10 for Musselman, 5:48 to go here in the first. It's Applemen 7, Patriots nothing. It's motion up front. It's a free play here unless they blow it dead, and it looks like they did blow it dead as it's another offside penalty against Washington. Or did they miss it?
I guess they didn't call it.
They missed it, and the ball must have just been another bad snap. It's 2nd and 10.
Wow.
There was clear.
I think that one might have just
movement
went to
in the neutral
Lewis,
zone.
but yeah, I'm so surprised that didn't draw an offsides.
Another
They're offsides
one.
right now.
Yeah, that time
making up for it
in the neutral zone. So move it 5 yards here, but still, it should be first down if they got it the first time.
Yeah.
Instead, it's 2nd down.
What? This is. I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen this many offsides and false starts this early into a game. Washington's got to clean this up.
So 2nd down now and 5. Ball here at the 44-yard line. Musselman gets set. Miller handing it off here to Shelton. Shelton trying to find some space. Now rips up the middle, breaking through a few tackles across the 35 and brought down at the 33-yard line. First down, Applemen.
Technically a pass. It'll go down as one in the stat sheet. Reception for Shelton. Pretty similar to the play they ran last drive where Shelton is in front, goes from right to left, gets it in front of him, and the blockers go that way, pulling a guard. Musselman cruising right now on offense.
Here's the 1st and 10. Some motion up front. No flag this time as it's Miller, the quarterback keeper, going right up the middle across the 30 and brought down, it looks like, at the 28-yard line, making it 2nd down.
I'll give him about 4 on that one. This is just kind of a double lead up the middle. QB blast, if you want to call it that. If you want to call Miller the QB of the offense. If they do throw the ball, that's more than likely who will throw it.
So 2nd and 6 here. Another snap, this time to Leisure. Breaks through one tackle, trying to rip through another across the 20 and brought down at the 19-yard line.
Flag.
But a flag in the backfield. Now it looks like we have an injured Musselman Appleman as Ethan Ammoncraw kind of limping as well here. So that's a holding against Musselman, so that's going to back up the play. We'll wait to see where they spot the ball, and while we do so, let's get our first quarter sponsors. First quarter brought to you by W. Harley Miller Systems, providing custom integration services like home and office automation, home theater networking, audio, video distribution, and more. Call 304-350-1931 or visit WHMsystems.com. First quarter also brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Buy your next vehicle online. They'll deliver it to you. If you don't like it, they'll take it back. Visit their website, FordHagerstown.com. After the penalty, ball now at the 35-yard line of Washington for a Musselman's offense with 3.5 minutes remaining here in the first. It's Musselman 7 and Washington nothing here on this second down and long. Miller gets the snap, and he's going to throw it, rolling out to his right, and it's well short. Is that kind of more so just thrown away? It does fall slightly in front of the feet of Amon Kra, but about 4 yards shy of him. That makes it third down.
That's good work from the Washington defense that time. Not fooled by the pass play. It'll really be the first downfield throw for Zach Miller, second one in the stat sheet. They did well to see that. It was second and long. They were prepared for it.
So here's third and long now for Musselman. Again, this time it's to Leisure's running to his right. Togan's there in the backfield, setting the edge, and he's going to bring him down. That'll make it fourth down. It looks like they say Leisure got right back to the line of scrimmage, so it'll remain fourth down and 13.
Tokens really held the edge well on that one. Didn't let Leisure get outside. It looked pretty much like the same exact play that Musselman got 19 yards on last drive around this part of the field that got Musselman down to the 5-yard line. They responded and did a lot better that time.
Looks like the offense staying out there here for Musselman. And whistles blow, though, as the ball's being snapped to Miller. Now it looks like Musselman decided to think twice about it and take a timeout. I think, at least. Or maybe the official wasn't ready.
Either that or didn't like the look.
I think the official just wasn't ready on the far side, so no timeout. My apologies.
Okay.
They just stopped the play before
snapped it before everybody was ready.
Yep.
I think Musselman wanted to get that snap off as quick as they could, and the officials didn't let them.
So you got two receivers to the right, one to the left. Miller dropping back to pass, chucking it deep on the far side, 50-50 ball, and it's caught! First down, Musselman. First and goal as it was caught and brought down at the 5-yard line.
That's a heck of a play.
I think that was Tristan Burleson.
Yeah.
Out on the far side.
Burleson down there making a great play. He said a 50-50 ball. Then Burleson ended up making that 100-0 for him. Just great job of playing that ball in the air.
So it's another first and goal for Musselman. They say he was down at the 6, so that's where this play's from. Ball snap to Leisure, tries to go up the middle, and from the outside it's Athey wrapping him up and bringing him down at the line of scrimmage, and it's now second and goal from the 6.
Washington coming up clutch on that first down, but you have to think Musselman will go for it on fourth, barring a big loss. So you're going to have to do it 3 more times.
Minute 10 left, clock rolling here in the first quarter. It's Musselman 7, Washington nothing. Musselman with the second and goal right now at the 6. Snap to Shelton. Shelton runs to the left, now cuts upfield and goes into the end zone behind his blockers for another Applemen touchdown. 58 seconds to go in the first. It's now Musselman 13, Washington 0.
Already 2 touchdowns for Colton Shelton. Using him previously as a wide receiver out wide, they've figured out a way to change offensive philosophy a lot and still get a guy like him involved. So it's been a good start here for Musselman, though the Washington defense is going to have to really stand up and stop the run here to get back in this.
Wilson bottom on to attempt the extra point. Snaps back, hold down. Kick is up and good. 14-0. Musselman leads Washington. Let's step aside, take a 1-minute break, and then we'll be back with more on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Surf Law Offices. 50 years experience. No fees unless we collect money for you. Always here to help you. Any questions? lawpbm.com.
You feel that in the air? The precision passes of expletives thrown from a jersey-clad warrior to his TV, his dog, or anyone that'll listen. It's time for tailgating and showing off those parking lot picnics. Just remember, when you come out of the fourth quarter to 5 new dents, remember Cody's Auto Body is your MVP. I can erase those dents, just not the memory of your team's awful record. I'm Cody with Cody's Auto Body. That's Cody's with a T for f***ing trust.
We're back here at Terry L. Marcus Stadium. Eric Hughes on to kick off here for Musselman. Petrie and Shields back to return. Kick be caught by Petrie over around the 8-yard line on the far side. He's trying to follow his blockers. Gets off one tackle around the 20. Now still going across the 30 and brought down. We'll wait to see where they say he was ruled down, but while we do that, let's get another scoring drive summary for you, brought to you by Senate Finance Chair Jason Barrett, Trusted Leadership, Real Solutions.
Musselman goes 49 yards in 7 plays. It's a 6-yard touchdown run for Colton Shelton, already his second of the day.
And that makes it a 14-0 Musselman lead over Washington as the Patriots have the ball at their own 33-yard line to begin this drive. 2 men in the backfield with Athey, one to the left, one to the right. They kind of try to go with some misdirection of their own, and the ball's on the ground, and it looks like Musselman fell on top of it at the 35-yard line, and they do. It's recovered by Zach Miller. First turnover of the night, and the Applemen get the ball, and they have the momentum here in the first.
Oh, a disastrous start for Washington.
Looks like just kind of a misexchange there on the handoff from Athey. That allowed Miller to fall right on top of it.
Yeah, senior night here for the Patriots. Coach Ray is going to have to make sure that these guys keep their head on straight, don't get down after a slow start. Defense, go out there and get a stop. You know Musselman loves to run the ball. Fit your gaps. Get the guy with the ball.
So 1st and 10 for Musselman at Washington's 35. Gets set. Here's the snap to Miller, rolling to his right, looking downfield, throwing it away, and it's intercepted by Athey at the 20-yard line. Unless they say it hit the turf. They're going to rule it as a pick for Kyle Athey, and just like that, Washington gets the ball back.
How about that for redeeming yourself after a fumble? Just get the ball right back.
Never mind.
Okay.
Over and ruled it incomplete.
I will say my gut was that it wasn't a catch, but I was a little surprised that it was ruled that he caught it in real time, just watching it unfold.
They have flipped the call, so just like that, Musselman will keep possession with 36.6 seconds left here in the first, and it's 2nd and 10 at the 35.
I'll go back and look at the replay, but my gut was that it was incomplete.
Motion up front and an offside against Vincent Arniker. Another 5-yard penalty for Washington. Puts the ball now at the 30-yard line, making it 2nd and 5. And for some reason, the clock's running. I don't think anybody...
Well, on the ready for play, ready for play, I guess. Well, it is coming off. We
never had a play though.
It's coming off the incompletion, so yeah, probably should.
Snap to Leisure. He runs to the left. Now goes from outside the numbers down the sideline and is out of bounds.
Got a flag.
That'll make it 3rd and short. There is a flag though, so we'll see what that penalty is.
It's on that far side, about 2 or 3 yards down the field, probably a hole.
Say Leisure went out of bounds at the 32-yard line. But it's a holding penalty against Musselman, so we'll have to see where the penalty's assessed from and where they spot the ball. It looks like the ball will be spotted at the 37-yard line. So the holding was upfield. 8.5 seconds to go here. Clock starts rolling now, and it looks like that'll be the end of the first quarter. It is Musselman 14, Washington 0 after 1. This is West Virginia High School football and talk radio WRNR, TV 10, WRNR TV on YouTube, back with the second quarter after this 1-minute commercial break.
Hello, Jonathan Bodwell, Bodwell Insurance Solutions, your local Medicare insurance agency. We are celebrating our 20th anniversary this year. The Medicare annual enrollment period is here. Medicare plans have changed drastically this year. We are here to help you with a no-charge review of your coverage. Don't get taken advantage of by a call center. Call us at 304-283-0864. Stay local with Bodwell Insurance Solutions.
Let's talk about what to do after a car or truck accident.
First, call 911. Then call Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers.
Let us handle the insurance company so you can focus on getting better.
Being injured in a wreck is enough stress. Let your doctor handle your medical issues.
And let the Skinner brothers handle your insurance issues.
If you've been hurt in almost heaven,
call the Sevens, 304-777-7777.
We welcome you back here at Terry L. Marcus Stadium, heading into quarter number 2 between Musselman and Washington. Musselman leads at 14-0. As the 2nd and 12, they send a man in motion from left to right. Ball snapped back to Shelton, and it's a false start penalty against Musselman while the ball's being snapped. So back up the Applemen another 5 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down and 17 due to the penalty.
2 straight penalties now for Musselman.
Ball now at the 42-yard line.
The offense that they run, they cannot afford to get behind the sticks. It's going to be about 80-90% run. It's hard to get explosive plays through the run game when the defense knows that's what you want to do.
Shelton, at quarterback, gets the snap, throws it to the far side. It's caught around the 35-yard line by Burleson. And now he goes outside the numbers, cuts down the far sideline, and gets very close to a possible first down. It looks like they say, though, he stepped out about a yard or two short, making it 3rd down as we have another injured Washington Patriot lineman, though, down behind the play, being helped up here. So it looks like that's Caden Jones.
I wasn't really expecting to see Shelton throw the ball tonight, but that was a solid throw for him. Burleson was very open, though. Soft zone coverage on the outside. Let him run a little hitch route and get some yards after the catch. And 2nd and 17 turns into 3rd and 2.
Yep, 3rd and 2 as Jones now has to take this play off because the training staff went out to check on him. He was able, though, to run off the field under his own power. Miller in the backfield with Laser to his right. Motion up front again. It's another offside penalty against Washington. This line just looks completely undisciplined for the Patriots here tonight.
I don't think I've ever seen this many false starts in this short amount of time where, let's see, I know one of these was a false start by the offense. Washington already has 7 penalties, and I do believe 6 of them are offsides.
So 1st and 10 now for the Applemen. The 23-yard line. Snap to Miller. He hands it off. Going right up the middle and into the end zone for a touchdown. It's Colton Shelton for the 3rd time tonight. 0:05 to go here in quarter number 2. It's Musselman 20. Washington nothing.
I thought for a second that Washington had that one contained. It looked very similar to the other plays Musselman has run, handing it off to Shelton. But Shelton lined up at wide receiver out wide this time. And I think Washington was waiting for Shelton to go and run outside of the tackle, but instead he cuts it up the middle and just blows by everybody.
On to attempt the extra points. Bonham snapped it back. Hold down, kick up. And it's good. 21-0. Musselman now leads Washington here early in quarter number 2. Let's take a 1-minute break, and then we'll be back here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Nothing goes better with football than chicken. From Pee Wee to the big boys to the wing T formation. Oh my, fumbling, bumbling, stumbling. rocks local market.
Sometimes our customers face circumstances that stretch their financial resources. At West Virginia American Water, we're here to help. Our customer assistance program can keep your life flowing by providing one-time assistant grants of up to $500, payment installment plans, and budget billing to provide predictable monthly bills. We also offer discounts of 20% for qualified low-income customers. To learn more about our customer assistance programs, visit westvirginiaamwater.com.
Welcome back. Eric Hugas on to kick off for Musselman once again as they now lead it 21-0 here against Washington. Hugas raises his right hand, takes his steps, sends a booming end-over-end kick that's going to be caught by Petrie and muffed at the 8-yard line. He picks it up off the turf and now runs right into the hands of a defender. Bringing him down is Jaden Ryan at the 12-yard line, it appears, and that's where the Patriots drive will begin here with 10:58 to go in quarter number 2. Let's get another scoring drive summary while we're at it. Brought to you by Senate Finance Chair Jason Barrett, Trusted Leadership and Real Solutions.
3 plays is all it takes for Musselman off of the fumble, and they go 35 yards and score. 21-yard rushing touchdown for Shelton. 3 touchdowns for him now.
Yeah, he's pretty much the clear-cut player of the game right now.
Yep.
Zathy hands it off to Shields, and he's going to get tackled for a loss in the backfield. Loss that brings him back to the 9-yard line, making it second down.
Looked like it was Deshaun Lewis that got back there and made that play, read it all the way.
This has just been a really rough start for Washington. They continue to just kind of shoot themselves in the foot.
Can't get off the runway. Plane still on the ground.
Athe in shotgun formation. Gets the snap, rolling out to the near side. Jukes past one man and another. Now goes off up midfield and will be swung around and brought down across the 15, around the 16 or 17-yard line. That'll make it third down.
A way to make a play right there. Athe rolling out. Nobody gets open. Has to make 2-3 moves to get back past the original line of scrimmage.
So it's 3rd and 6 for Washington. They break the huddle. 2 receivers near side to the far side for Athe. Gets the snap. Dropping back to pass, but the play's going to be whistled dead. Do we have a penalty again? Looks like we do. The near side official going to talk to the head referee. It's another false start penalty against Washington, backing them up another 5 yards, and that makes it 3rd and 11.
That's crazy. Nine penalties for Washington already, and they're all false start and offsides.
And there's still 9.5 minutes remaining in the second quarter. So 3rd and 11. Athe gets the snap, dropping back the pass as a wheel route, and it's caught on the near side by Shields, who bounces off a tackle, but then goes out of bounds, and that'll bring up 4th down as he gets it to what looks like the 20-yard line, maybe the 21, I think they're going to say, actually.
Got about 5 yards on that. I saw, after the false start, Shields make a motion to the sideline that kind of made it a motion of run it back, run that same play, because I think he knew he was going to be open on it.
On comes the punt team here for Washington. It's a high snap, able to bring it down, and the punt now. Short, bounces, and will roll out of bounds at the 45-yard line as that punt from Washington's Perez Diggs. And it will be Musselman with the ball at its 45-yard line with 8:34 to go here in the second quarter, leading Washington 21-0.
So Musselman's got a chance to add on here. They've looked good. They've scored on all 3 of their drives. And this one starts around the same spot that their second one did, where they went 49 yards to score. They'd have to go 55 for this one. They've gone 70 yards in 8 plays, 49 yards in 7 plays, 35 yards in 3 plays.
And the 70 was because of a penalty. And some motion up front again. No flag, though, as Miller dropping back the pass, chucking it deep, but overthrows Bunny, the intended receiver, out of the slot. That'll make it second down, because that first drive did start at the 35 because of the penalty.
You're right.
But you're still right that it was 70 yards because of that 5-yard penalty.
Yeah.
In total offense.
I guess it's technically 65 then at that point, but
yeah,
man, that's already two offsides that Washington's gotten away with to go along with the.
Yes, they say maybe they didn't fully cross the neutral zone.
Maybe.
But I mean, I'm dead in line with the 45 here, and it looked clear as day to me. But then again, I'm just wearing a referee costume. I'm not an actual referee.
You just play one on TV.
Yeah. Ball snapped, and the ball carrier in Lewis doesn't get anything, and that'll bring up third down. They go with the quick snap to him on the side in that kind of H-back spot, full-back spot, whatever you want to call it. That makes it 3rd and 10.
You can't go back to the go-to plays too many times. If you're Musselman, you got to mix it up. And they've tried to go to a couple times to Lewis, but I think both of his carries have gone for no gain so far.
So 3rd and 10, 2 receivers out to the far side, 1 to the near side. Send Lewis out wide. Miller gets the snap, looking to the near side. It's a screen pass that's caught by Armentrout, and he has space at the 40, 35, 30. Armentrout lowers his shoulder at the 20 and is forced out of bounds, but it looks like it's coming back.
Ineligible man downfield.
Play going to be erased here for Musselman.
Yeah, just the screen took a little too long to develop. They looked over to the right side first, then threw it back to the tight end on the other side. The lineman for Musselman either you gotta bring that out wide so that you're not getting past the line of scrimmage before the snap, or you gotta hold in place for a little longer.
So it remains 3rd down. It's 3rd and long. Ball now at the 39-yard line of Musselman. They need to get to the 45 of Washington, so 3rd and 16. Musselman huddles up while Zach Miller goes over to the far sideline to talk with Coach Thomas and get the play. 7:36 remaining here in the second quarter. It's Musselman 21, Washington 0. Here in this penultimate week of the regular season. Under 10 seconds left here on the play clock. Musselman going to have to go quickly.
Mm-hmm.
They just get the snap off in time. Miller dropping back to pass. Now steps up in the pocket, loses the ball, and has to just dive on it himself. He's able to recover his own fumble around the line of scrimmage. It looks like they might say he lost a yard possibly. Nope, they say it was right at the line of scrimmage. And that brings up 4th down.
You have to imagine this is actually going to be the first punt for Musselman.
Yeah, Colton Shelton back to punt, stretching his leg out, but standing only at the 31-yard line, so not too far back. It's a high snap. He's still able to get the punt off, and that's going to hit at the near side at the 25 and go out of bounds at the 24. 6:50 remains here in the half, and the Patriots get the ball back, down 21-0 here against Musselman.
It was the center, Owen Boyce, that was ineligible downfield, by the way. And just, it was one of the things that I mentioned. He just took off too quick down the field. Let his man go by him. Took off immediately. Pass hadn't been thrown yet.
Second quarter is brought to you by the Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, Robert Fields & Sons, proudly serving the area since 1880, as well as Parsons Ford of Martinsburg at 1400 Hagerstown Road and online at parsonsford.com. They became number one by making you number one first. Parsons. Athey takes the snap, hands it off to Shields, who tries to go up the middle, but goes right into the arms of Armentrout, and it's a loss on the play, making it 2nd down and 11 after the 1-yard loss.
Musselman, offensive and defensive line has dominated both sides of the ball. Washington can't get anything going on offense at all.
trips to the far side, one receiver to the near side. Got Athey. Shields to his right. Gets the snap. Wanted to hand it off to Shields, but keeps it himself and now loses the ball. It's being juggled around, and it's a dog pile, and we'll have to wait and see who fell on top of it.
I think Musselman missed their chance to grab it, yep.
Well, looks like they say it is recovered by Washington. But you're right, that ball was just kind of ricocheting around, and if Musselman was able to wrap it up, they would have been off to the races.
It's already Athey's second fumble. He's got to be better. And that was a little awkward handoff to start, so maybe he never got the ball into his hand fully the way that he wanted to, because it was a power read, and I think he made the late decision to pull it out of the gut of his running back.
So they lose one on that play. It's now 3rd and 12. So Athey gets the snap, but it's another false start now, yet again, here on Washington. So that makes it 3rd and 17.
I think I said the last penalty for Washington was the 9th. That one was the 9th. I believe that's
gotcha.
Second false start to go with 7 offsides.
But who's counting?
I am, unfortunately.
3rd and 17, 3 receivers far side, one to the near side. Athey bobbles the snap, picks it up, and now it's just going to have to try to take off on his feet. Does throw it at the last second, and it's nearly intercepted. It goes in and out of the hands of Aiden Cornell, and that brings up 4th down.
Cornell might have housed that one, too. There was not a lot of people in front of him. He maybe would have been chased down by somebody, but there was a lot of green grass in front of him.
So on comes the punt team now for Washington. As Emilio Perez digs on to punt. Looks like, I believe that's Greg Mathis possibly back to return. Punts away.
It's a 9.
Excuse me, that is Warren, and he's going to let it roll. And it stops at the 25-yard line of Musselman, and that's where the Applemen will get the ball.
4:51 left in the first half. The way Musselman runs the ball, I think they probably go out on the field here thinking this is their last possession. This is our 4-minute drill as opposed to a 2-minute drill. The 4-minute offense is much different than the 2-minute offense. That's usually when you're trying to grind out the last 4 minutes of a game. But that's kind of what Musselman just usually does for the whole game. So if they can go down the field in almost 5 minutes, get another touchdown up on the board, they'll feel great going into the half.
Looks like we're going to get a timeout before the drive begins, so let's take a 30-second break with them. This is West Virginia High School Football and Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10 back and forth.
When it comes to providing you with a better car buying experience, CMA's Honda of Winchester takes it personally. Why? Because we're employee-owned. That makes us neighbors, and good neighbors take care of each other. Come experience the honesty, transparency, and value we provide every customer, every neighbor, each and every day. At CMA's Honda of Winchester, owners just care more about you.
We welcome you back here. Musselman, the ones with that timeout, so they have 2 remaining. Timeouts are brought to you by the Larry DeMarco team of Century 21 Modern Realty Results. If you're looking for a home in the tri-state area, then call the Larry DeMarco team at 304-262-4222. Visit them online at modernrealtyresults.com. Musselman, it's a 1st and 10 at its 25-yard line. They line up in that single wing. The snap to Mathis, and Mathis breaks through a tackle and into the second level and gets the 1st down. He gets it to the 36-yard line, an 11-yard gain for Greg Mathis. 4:30 to go here in this second quarter, and the clock rolling now as the ball spotted.
His first carry of the game, and it's a nice one. A lot of different weapons from Musselman.
This time it's Ryan, and he hands it off to a wing back here, Devin Lewis, kind of like what we've seen a lot for Shelton. And he's tackled in the backfield, though, for a loss. Lewis loses, it looks like, about 3 yards on that play. That brings up second down.
It looks like Musselman's already kind of experimenting with using some of their second strings a little more often here, as they lead by 3 touchdowns.
Second down here. It's Ryan again running to his right side, and now cutting on the outside numbers down the sideline, and a flag flies from ahead of the play.
The way that Ryan...
He's pushed out of bounds around the 45-yard line.
The way that Ryan was brought down makes me think that could be a face mask, and yes, it is.
So it's a face mask against Washington. Musselman will move the chains and have the ball in Washington territory now. It's the ball spotted at the 41 of the Patriots.
10 penalties already for the Patriots. Luckily for them, that's their first one that wasn't just a 5-yard penalty.
3:20 remaining here in the second quarter. Clock rolling now. They wanted to go with the speed option, but Ryan keeps it himself instead of pitching it to Mathis. He's able to get it across the 40 and brought down. Excuse me, that was Lewis, I believe, on the carry. Instead of Ryan, my apologies.
Devin Lewis.
Yes,
to be clear.
Devin Lewis, not Deshaun Lewis. So Devin Lewis makes it second down. And 6 after the 4-yard carry. This time it's Miller. He pitches it to Mathis, who hits the spin cycle and gets the first down on the far side. So he's brought down at the 30-yard line, first down, Musselman.
Oh, and you are in a pinch there, about third and medium. That's a great play to pick up the first down with about 6 or 7 yards.
Miller in shotgun formation. Mathis out in motion now, but first we get another offside penalty against Washington. 2:04 left here in the second quarter. Clock stops momentarily. And the penalty puts the ball at the 25.
So I imagine a big key or a big coaching point for Washington this week was getting off the line of scrimmage fast. Getting a good jump on the line of scrimmage. And it looks like the Washington defensive line has taken that a little too far tonight.
Mathis and Miller in the backfield. Snap to Miller, and he's dropping back to pass as a man wide open, but underthrows him. The pass intended for Devin Lewis stops the clock with 1:33 left here in the second. That makes it 2nd and 5. It's Musselman 21, Washington nothing. Musselman's going to choose to take another timeout. Let's take the timeout with him, a 30-second break, and then we'll be right back here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
When it comes to providing you with a better car buying experience, CMA's Honda of Winchester takes it personally. Why? Because we're employee owned. That makes us neighbors, and good neighbors take care of each other. Come experience the honesty, transparency, and value we provide every customer, every neighbor, each and every day. At CMA's Honda of Winchester, owners just care more about you.
We welcome you back here out of the timeout, again brought to you by the Larry DeMarco team of Century 21 Modern Realty Results. It is 2nd and 5 for Musselman with the ball. With 1:33 remaining in the second quarter, Musselman leads Washington 21-0, trying to extend that lead here and now. Miller takes the snap, dropping back the pass, now running to his left and escapes the pocket, now off to the races and will be tackled by Togans just shy of the 10-yard line. And that's a first down for Musselman. It stops the clock while the ball is being spotted with 1:24 left here in the second quarter. So the clock starts to roll now.
Really the first big play that Miller's been able to get. It seems like every time he's tried to make a run, there's been a bobbled snap or something goes wrong up front. But he was finally able to scramble out and pick something up that time.
1st and 10, it looks like, at the 12-yard line, I believe. Tough to tell from my angle right here as Miller gets a snap. Chucking it into the end zone. Is he in with the catch? He is. Touchdown, Musselman, and I think it's Colton Shelton again. Or is it Corday Bunny?
That's Corday Bunny.
Corday Bunny, 1-3, my apologies. So Bunny makes it 27-0 here with 54 seconds to go in this second quarter.
That's a heck of a throw by Zach Miller to fit that in right in the back of the end zone, and the toe tap from Corday Bunny, equally impressive.
Bonham on to attempt the extra point. Snaps back. Here's the kick. It's nearly blocked. It's a line drive that splits the uprights. And good. 28-0. Musselman now leads Washington. Let's step aside and take a 1-minute break, and then we'll be back with more here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Hi, I'm Hoppy Kercheval, a longtime radio host and Peak Advantage member. I'm excited to share the great news that you now have the option to join Peak Advantage Medicare plans, West Virginia's all-in-one Medicare Advantage plans, created for you by local trusted doctors partnering with WVU Medicine and Valley Health. Our plans include a $0 premium plan option including dental, vision, hearing, prescriptions, flex card, and more. If you'd like to become a member of Peak Advantage or have more questions, contact our local team today at 1-877-478-5545.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg. We welcome you back. Eric Hughes on to kick off here for Musselman as they now lead at 28-0 over Washington with 54 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. It's been all Applemen here tonight on Washington Senior Night. Hughes from the 40 sends an end-over-end kick that's caught, and again off the chest of Petrie. He picks it up at the 5-yard line, now trying to reverse fields. Hurdles a few men. Will be cut down now around the 23-yard line. Let's get a scoring drive summary brought to you by Senate Finance Chair Jason Barrett, Trusted Leadership and Real Solutions.
8 plays to go 75 yards for Musselman. This time it's a passing touchdown. 11 yards from Zach Miller to Corday Bunny.
So we'll see what Washington can do here with the ball and with 45 seconds remaining in the second quarter. I believe they have all 3 of their timeouts as well. Zathy drops back, looking to pass, now steps up in the pocket, still having his eyes downfield, now scrambling around, trying to extend the play. And he's going to fall down and be tripped up and lost the ball while falling. It looks like they're going to say, I think he was down, though, before the ball came out. There's also a flag down as that was a very long play, and it looks like because of that, an lineman most likely held for the Patriots.
Yep, it was as Athey was rolling out to the right. And yeah, it's another hold. I guess I shouldn't say another, at least not on Washington's side. We've seen one on Musselman's side. But it is another penalty for them.
.36 seconds remain now in the second quarter.
12 penalties in the first half for Washington. That would even make Martinsburg blush.
First and very long after the penalty. Ball at the 13-yard line as Athey bobbles the snap, and he's going to have to fall down on it now. He does so, able to recover the bobbled snap. Now it looks like they're going to say he was down at the 2-yard line. 29.7 seconds to go, and a timeout taken by Musselman, the final timeout for them. $28-0. Musselman leading Washington. And this has been one of the most dominant halves I think we might have ever seen here, Dylan. Washington just can't do anything here tonight.
I got to tell you, maybe I'm being a little drastic here after that play. Not only is that the third time that Kyle Athey's lost the ball, he got up and his reaction, slamming his hands on the ground, walking over to the huddle, had a teammate try to place a hand on his back or something like that, and he's swatting his teammate's hand away. He'd be on the bench right now if I were the coach. He just would be. Maybe he'd go back in. I wouldn't have him out there.
Been a rough night. That's for sure.
That's rough to see from your quarterback.
Second down from the 2-yard line. Athey standing in his own end zone. Musselman wants to bring the blitz, and it's a low snap again, and he has to fall on top of it for his safety. 25.5 seconds to go here in the second quarter.
Was that a safety or a touchdown? Musselman recovered it.
They now say Musselman recovered it. It looked like originally they ruled it as a safety, but instead, you're right, Dylan, it's a touchdown. It's a scoop and score. Didn't see who fell on top of it. No? Wait.
I
think it was a safety. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I was right.
I thought I saw.
Because I don't see the extra point team coming out. So it's 30-0.
Say PA announcers announced it as a Musselman recovery. I thought I saw a touchdown signal from a referee. I'm guessing that's what the PA announcer saw as well.
Yeah, so it's a safety. 30-0, 25.5 seconds left here in the second. We're going to stay here. Washington ready to punt now. Here's the punt. And it is muffed, and it's going to roll out of bounds as that goes off the chest of Musselman's return man. Back there trying to make the catch was Demarion Warren. A lot of guys have been having issues here with these kicks tonight. Not sure if it's the wind, but nobody can hang on to the ball here this evening. 20.8 seconds left here in this second quarter. It's Musselman 30, Washington nothing. Musselman gets the ball here. We'll see. They just decide to take a knee and head into the halftime break. Applemen huddled up here, breaking the huddle. You see Miller alone in shotgun formation. 2 receivers far side, 1 to the near side for him. Sends Lewis out wide. It's a screen pass that's caught. Man gets past Athey. Now loses the ball. It's on the ground at the 30-yard line. Did Washington fall on top of it?
I think they did.
It looks like they did. You're correct. It's a turnover on Musselman, and Washington recovers, and now we have a player down. It looks like it's the receiver, Corday Bunny, and I think he's the one that also coughed that ball up. So 11.9 seconds to go here in this second quarter, and Washington gets the ball at the 31-yard line of Musselman.
Geez, ball security on both sides has been a huge problem. And finally, Washington, maybe 2 plays to go to the end zone here.
2 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Athey dropping back the pass, has to step up as the pocket's collapsing. Now he's going to run it himself inside the 20.
Ball
did the ball come out again?
I think they're saying he was down.
Looks like he's slow to get up as well after the play. He's staying down. It's a first down for Washington, as they say Athey was down before the ball came out. The clock stops with 7 seconds left. Now Kyle Athey will be attended to. step aside and take a 30-second break for the injury timeout, and then we'll be back here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10.
You have choices when it comes to appliance repair, but before you call a large corporate chain, consider what BW Appliance brings to the table. BW Appliance Repair offers fast in-home appliance repair services to the eastern panhandle of West Virginia, including Jefferson County and Berkeley County. We strive for professionalism, dedication, and honesty. Call us today at 304-279-8858 to schedule immediate service. You can also visit us online at bwappliance.repair.
We welcome you back here on Talk Radio WRNR TV10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. Kyle Athey still being examined out on the field after staying down after that play. We know from a few weeks ago against Martinsburg he did not play because of I believe it was either calf or ankle injury, not 100% which one, just trying to recall from memory, but it was
lower leg,
something to his lower body that had him stay out for precautionary measures against Martinsburg. And talking with Coach Ray about that the following week after the game, it's pretty much been there since week 2 of the season, and he's been playing through it. Not sure if this injury is related to that or if it's something else, but he is up, so that's a positive sign. Walking off the field on his own, but you can tell definitely has a limp here as he's slowly coming off to the near side.
Yeah, I think his day should be done. Score, performance,
it's
injury,
30-0.
everything else.
Musselman
everything.
Well in control here in this first half. 7 seconds left. Washington going to attempt a field goal, trying to put some points on the board here before halftime, as on to kick for the Patriots is Emilio Perez-Diggs.
35-yarder.
Snaps back, holds down, and a kick is blocked! Scooping it up is Musselman. And that's how the half's going to end. Pure domination. The boys in green and white here in this first half. 30-0. Musselman leads Washington. So we step aside and take a 2-minute break. Is that one blocked, I believe, by Aiden Cornell yet again. Get a 2-minute break. This is West Virginia High School football on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. Back in 2 minutes.
Hi, I'm Hoppy Kercheval, a longtime radio host and Peak Advantage member. I'm excited to share the great news that you now have the option to join Peak Advantage Medicare plans, West Virginia's all-in-one Medicare Advantage plans, created for you by local trusted doctors partnering with WVU Medicine and Valley Health. Our plans include a $0 premium plan option including dental, vision, hearing, prescriptions, flex card, and more. If you'd like to become a member of Peak Advantage or have more questions, contact our local team today at 1-877-478-5545.
Fort Evans Archery of Inwood is your local full-service archery pro shop with sales and setup, maintenance, repairs, and sight-ins. Fort Evans Archery is a full-stocking dealer for all your favorites like Hoyt, Matthews, Elite, Bowtech, Mission, and Bear, with crossbows from Raven, 10-point, Barnett, and Excalibur. And Fort Evans Archery has a sight range out to 60 yards. Fort Evans Archery, 998 Arden-Melville Road, Suite 2, Inwood, open Tuesday to Friday, 10 a.m. until 6, Saturdays 9:30 to 4. FortEvansArchery.com.
Beck and Surf Law Offices. 50 years experience. No fees unless we collect money for you. Always here to help you. Any questions? LawPBM.com.
Hello, Jonathan Bodwell, Bodwell Insurance Solutions, your local Medicare insurance agency. We are celebrating our 20th anniversary this year. The Medicare annual enrollment period is here. Medicare plans have changed drastically this year. We are here to help you with a no-charge review of your coverage. Don't get taken advantage of by a call center. Call us at 304-283-0864. Stay local with Bodwell Insurance Solutions.
Welcome you back here at Washington High School at Terry L. Marcus Stadium. We've reached halftime and it's Musselman dominating Washington 30-0 so far. Halftime coverage brought to you by the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm in Martinsburg, where it's about seeking justice for you. Visit them online at WVJusticeLawyers.com. I'm Colin McLaughlin. Alongside me is Dylan Bishop, our camera crew tonight, Rodney Watcher, Ethan Elliott, and Tyler Strine. And back at the studio, it's Kyler High. You'll hear from him here shortly with the halftime scoreboard show and some scores from around the state here in West Virginia high school football tonight. I don't know if anybody could have anticipated this here tonight. We know the offense has had a rough go around here the past few weeks for Washington. They've been shut out the past 2 games, make it 2.5 now as it's all Musselman here, 30-0. Penalties on both sides, tough. Hanging on to the ball has been tough as well, but still overall, Musselman able to just capitalize on pretty much every opportunity given to them here as Washington just seems lost out there.
Yeah, on offense for Musselman, they just really moved the ball well, coupled with a ton of offsides penalties for Washington to give them free yards, and a couple other penalties in there as well. A face mask on Musselman's last drive that helped them down the field before the half to score that last score to make it 28-0. And then on the offensive side for Washington, they just haven't been able to hold on to the ball, and first down has been a disaster a lot of times for them, to where they're starting at 2nd and 15 often, and you have 3 or 4 instances of Kyle Athey either bobbling the ball or losing the ball. It just hasn't really given them any opportunity to get going on the offensive side, and Musselman really dominating the defensive front for them, to where Washington's dealing with a guy in the backfield on so many plays, and add this up, 12 penalties for 75 yards in the first half for Washington. It's allowed Musselman to pretty much do what they want and get out to this huge lead.
Let's get our first half stats now, brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. You can buy your next vehicle online and they'll deliver it to you. If you don't like it, they'll take it back. Visit them online at fordofhagerstown.com.
So for Washington, here's how it's really gone for them. Kyle Athey is 1 for 3 with 5 yards passing. Xavier Mack has 1 carry for no yards. Philip Shields has 2 carries for -7 yards. Kyle Athey's 6 carries have gone for 8 yards. So chalk that up to, I think that's 1 rushing yard and 5 passing yards for 6 total yards of offense. So that's Musselman's defense, Washington's offense. That's how that side of the ball has gone. For Musselman, Zach Miller has gone 3 for 7 passing with 51 yards and a passing touchdown. Colton Shelton, 1 for 1 passing, 15 yards. Zach Miller on the ground, 5 carries, 13 yards. It's been the Colton Shelton show out here. 5 carries, they've gone for 46 yards and 3 scores. And then Nate Lazier also has 58 yards on just 5 carries. And by the end of that second quarter, Musselman was using a lot of second-string guys to move down the field and score. So it's been domination for them.
It has, as you said, 3 touchdowns so far for Shelton, the other for Bunny. You've seen a few turnovers on both sides as well, so that kind of makes you feel like it's 50-50 in those regards, but overall, it's Musselman 30, Washington 0 here at the half. Dylan, any other thoughts here during this halftime show before we send it to Kyler?
I'll make sure we get it on the record that the PA announcer called the safety correctly, and that was all on us. I'll make sure I'll point that out.
All on you. No,
all on me.
All on us. We're a team. Just messing with you. So happy Halloween here. Let's send it now back to the studio. On the other side of this break, Kyler High will have some halftime scores for you from around high school football here in the Mountain State. Again, our score, Musselman 30, Washington 0. back.
The thing I'm most passionate about with my clients is that 95% of them that come to me, they've never been in trouble in their lives. They've got careers, promising futures, things that matter.
So thankfully, after it was all said and done, I had no DUI and I had no more stress facing me or my family.
When you're on the fence whether to hire a DUI attorney, I always say that you really cannot afford not to. My name is Harley Wagner. My law practice has been exclusively focused on driving under the influence cases throughout the state of West Virginia.
My funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
When it comes to surgery, experience and innovation matter. At WVU Medicine, our board-certified surgeons use the latest robotic and minimally invasive techniques to provide better outcomes and faster recoveries. We offer a full range of procedures including advanced hernia repair, anti-reflux surgery, breast cancer surgery, colon resection, gallbladder removal, skin cancer, and lesion removal. Trust the region's leader in advanced surgical care. Call WVU Medicine Surgery today at 304-596-2150.
What are you looking for? How about some craft beer? Or maybe you want some New York style pizza. Maybe some time with your family. Or maybe you want to have game night with all your friends out on the patio. Yeah, we got that.
Are you looking for a lager? Maybe a stout or IPA. We've got that.
Our dough is made fresh every day. Our sauce is made daily. And our mozzarella is absolutely amazing. Our neighborhood is growing. And it deserves a place where you can have great food, great beer, and a great ambiance. And that place is right here.
Andy's Pizza and Inferno Brewery. Andy'sPizza.com.
Welcome into the Halloween postgame or halftime show. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Presented to you by Rosedale Funeral Homes and Cemetery. As you can see, I decided this year to dress up a little bit. I am the Steelers defense this year. Absolutely garbage. Fire Terrell Alston. But that you won't get an opinion on tonight. Come back Monday for the Sports Mix to get my opinion on when they play the Colts. For you right now, EPAC games around the area. Jefferson played yesterday against John Champy. That game ended in a 24-22 win for Jefferson. Jefferson being the 7th ranked team in the state of West Virginia for 4A. Spring Mills currently taking on Parkersburg South. That game was last reported being 19-0. So Spring Mills might come out of there with a win after losing to Martinsburg last week. Dominion VA traveling to Hedgesville as Hedgesville look forward to getting their second win of the season. And that game is currently 14-0 at halftime. And as we speak, Spring Mills is now winning 26-0. That game is now at halftime. That game was just reported not too long ago. Another game that we got for you, a game is reportedly in the second quarter, is Huntington, number 1 Huntington. That game is 7-0. They are beating number 19 Cabell Midland. And then the number 2 team playing the number 4 team, with Morgantown playing University. Morgantown has the upper hand in that one, 7-0. Parkersburg playing the 3A Herbert Hoover. That game is a close game with it being 14-7. Herbert Hoover now has the upper hand in that one. Parkersburg being ranked 9th in 4A. Another game we have is Oak Hill versus Woodrow Wilson, the battle of number 11 and 10. Woodrow Wilson is currently winning 14-7 in that game. Preston versus Buchanan Upshur. The battle for possibly being ranked 16th. Buchanan Upshur has the upper hand in that one, being 17-7. Princeton versus Hurricane. Let me get to that game real quick for you. Princeton with a dominant fashion tonight, 34-0. That's the number 1 ranked team in AAA, Princeton versus the number 20 Hurricane. Huntington putting up another touchdown on the board. That game makes it 14-0. So everybody's scoring on the halftime show, giving me something to talk about. I'm a fan. Winfield, the AAA school, ranked number 10th, playing the number 16th team in 4A, is currently Riverside is losing currently 14-0. And then a local game for you in the Berkeley County area, the Morgan County. You have Berkeley Springs versus AAA Lewis County. Berkeley Springs being a AA school, they are currently losing 13-7. Those are all the high school games for you that I have for 4A and for your local scores. Marshall, they played last night. They had they fell to Coastal Carolina. That game ended in a 44-27 loss. WVU plays tomorrow at 12, and so does your Shepherd Rams. Those are all the scores I have for you in the area. I'll have more updates for you at the postgame show, so don't leave. Come back to the postgame show, and I'll have more updates for you. I'm Kyler Hyde, Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV10.
Nothing goes better with football than chicken. From Pee Wee to the big boys to the wing T formation. Oh my, fumbling, bumbling, stumbling. Rock's local market.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Marius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
Hot Tub and Swim Spa Expo is at all 3 Floor Pools locations this weekend only. Hot tubs as low as $69 a month. Endless pool swim spas up to $8,000 off MSRP. Hot tub, swim spas, saunas, and cold plunges up to 30% off. This weekend only at all 3 Floor Pools locations. Hot tubs, hot tubs, hot tubs. The Hot Tub and Swim Spa Expo is at all 3 Floor Pools locations this weekend only. Truckloads of hot tubs from major brands like Hot Spring Hot Tubs. All discounted. Hot tubs as low as $69 a month. Easy financing. Save thousands. Swim year-round with endless pool swim spas. Up to $8,000 off MSRP. Saunas as low as $79 a month. Hot tubs, swim spas, saunas, and cold plunges. Up to 30% off. This weekend only at all 3 Floor Pools locations. SpaExpoTristate.com. The Hot Tub and Swim Spa Expo is at all 3 Floor Pools locations this weekend only. Hot tubs as low as $69 a month. Endless pool swim spas. Up to $8,000 off MSRP. Hot tubs, swim spas, saunas, and cold plunges. Up to 30% off. This weekend only at all 3 Floor Pools locations.
Welcome back to Terry L. Marcus Stadium. Thank you to Kyler High for the halftime scoreboard show, and gets a lot of creativity points, maybe even wins our unofficial costume contest of the day. As for those tuned in on TV10 or the YouTube stream, saw him dressed up as his version of the Steelers defense, and you can still be a fan of the Steelers but critical of them, as we got Thriller going on here as a dance team, it looks like, or some sort of flash mob going out onto the field. I don't think Musselman's kickers are going to be okay with that, but back to my point of Kyler's costume. He's wearing a trash bag because he says that Steelers defense is garbage. He's got a Steelers hat on and whatnot, but yeah.
It's one thing me and Kyler can agree on, but I'm a Ravens fan, so I think he means it a little different than I do.
30-0's our score at the half. Musselman leading Washington here tonight. It's been pure domination. We'll see what Washington's able to do possibly here in this second half. You saw Kyle Athey go out with an injury on that final play before the field goal attempt that was blocked, so we'll see if he returns or if they go a different direction. In the two deep, we are given it's Neil Powell listed as the backup quarterback here tonight for Washington. We saw him a little bit when we saw him a few weeks ago against Martinsburg in that 69-0 loss, but we also saw Phillip Shields, your running back, go in at quarterback and kind of just go running wild all game long.
Yeah, that came across as a tactical decision against Martinsburg. Throw them something that they're not really expecting or ready for. But Martinsburg was able to adjust to it, and we'll see if Washington just wants to stick with what they usually do here through the second half. It's hard-pressed for me to think that we'll see Athey the way that he walked off and with the score what it is. and the offensive struggles.
Yeah, you got to figure something out, though. I mean,
yeah.
The biggest stat line to me is 6 yards of total offense for Washington and 75 penalty yards.
Yeah, granted, most of that has been the defense versus the offense.
Yeah.
But you got to figure that on both sides of the ball, how to either stop Musselman. I believe Musselman has only had 5 possessions and has 4 touchdowns. So you got to be able to slow them down there. And the offense can't get going. The offensive line's got to do better. Do you need to keep a running back in blocking more often? A tight end, chip somebody before going out on a route from either one of those guys. Figure out what you can do to give your quarterback more time to throw, to make it to where he doesn't have someone in his lap immediately. And it's going to take a pass-heavy approach in the second half to get back into this one.
Still got thriller going on down there. I think I saw a few of Musselman's players trying to get in on the action and learn the dance as well here from the Washington dance team, and then the student section went out there and joined them as well. Oh, there you go. Thriller Dance Club. That makes perfect sense.
It does.
Couldn't have been named any better.
Yeah.
I missed that at the beginning. Let's step aside, take a 2-minute break. On the other side of that 2-minute break, we will have the second half kickoff here at Washington. This is West Virginia High School football on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
The Eastern Panhandle is home to teachers and healthcare workers, farmers and fishermen, servicemen and women, golfers, bicyclists, and people who love the outdoors. Where we call home isn't any one thing, so we're not either. At Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery, we are honored to help you plan a celebration of life that reflects one's individuality.
Our trusted local team is here to see that your wishes are honored and that your special story is told.
It's the new normal. You live, work, and play everywhere. Whether it's the family car or the family business, you need insurance that keeps pace with your changing life. Home on the job or working from home, peace of mind comes from knowing your whole world is covered. No matter what happens or how big it grows, whatever your new normal, Erie Insurance's award-winning service and personal agents can keep pace. Call your local agent today or visit erieinsurance.com for a quote.
Beck and Surf Law Offices. 50 years experience. No fees unless we collect money for you. Always here to help you. Any questions? LawPBM.com.
Fort Evans Archery of Inwood is your local full-service archery pro shop with sales and setup, maintenance, repairs, and sight-ins. Fort Evans Archery is a full-stocking dealer for all your favorites like Hoyt, Matthews, Elite, Bowtech, Mission, and Bear, with crossbows from Raven, 10-point, Barnett, and Excalibur. And Fort Evans Archery has a sight range out to 60 yards. Fort Evans Archery, 998 Arden-Melville Road, Suite 2, Inwood, open Tuesday to Friday, 10 a.m. until 6, Saturdays 9:30 to 4. FortEvansArchery.com.
We welcome you back here. They put some more time out on the clock to give both teams enough time to stretch coming out of the locker room, so we still got just under 2 minutes left here in the half. It's Musselman 30, Washington nothing. It's Pink Pony Club time, apparently, here at Terry L. Marcus Stadium. They're just trying to pull out whatever they can to figure something out here tonight.
Yeah, after the Thriller Dance Club, that's the Pink Pony Club. Surprising choice at the of song for the environment, but I'm not.
There you go.
Oh, there you go. They
now
cut
they
it off.
change it to
I wasn't upset with it. You know, I was fine with it. Can't go wrong with some Chapel Roan.
Yeah. Whatever motivates you.
You can't go wrong.
Nothing's worked so far.
You can't go wrong with AC/DC either, though.
That's true. Washington gets the ball to start the second half, so we'll see who's out there and how they do here against Musselman. Both teams coming into this game 3-5 overall. Things hold on. Musselman will improve to 4-5 heading into that game next week against Morgantown to end the season. Washington will fall to 3-6. They have Jefferson next week, a team that is on fire after starting off 0-4. They've now won 5 straight games, winning yesterday 24-22, as you heard earlier from Kyler during the halftime scoreboard show. Some other close games. Hedgesville also in the lead right now. So there you go for that one. Spring Mills, too. That's all the teams in action in the Panhandle. Our second half kickoff will be brought to you by the personal injury attorneys, Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. Visit them online at burkeandschultz.com. We play hardball. I'm Colin McLaughlin here for Talk Radio WRNR, TV 10, WRNR TV on YouTube. Alongside me on the call, Dylan Bishop, Kyler Hyatt back at the studio. Our camera crew here tonight, Rodney Watcher, Ethan Elliott, and Tyler Strine. Both teams making their ways back out onto the field here. Hugus getting ready to kick off for the Applemen once Washington's return team takes the field. 12 minutes back up on the clock. Dylan, any final thoughts here before
Washington,
we head to this third quarter?
Washington has a chance to open up this second half in completely different new ways from how that first half went. Wipe your memory clear and get back out there.
Sorry for not realizing you weren't finished there, Dylan. My apologies. Philip Shields, Xavier Mack, back to return this kick from Musselman's Eric Hugus.
And it is Powell that is warming up on the sideline throwing the ball.
It's a surprise onside kick.
Or a squib, I guess.
And it's still on the ground. Washington eventually has one of the up men fall on it after he was the first to touch it and then had to run about 20 yards back to fall on top of it. He's able to do so right in front of the 20-yard line. Waiting to see if they say it was the 21 or 22, it looks like. And here we go.
They're moving it up.
No?
All the way to the 23, it looks like, actually.
There you go. Okay. I was trying to play the prices right. Didn't want to go over. So Powell in at quarterback now. And it's a run up the middle. Musselman immediately snuffs it out. Trying to see if I can find Athey here on the sideline or not. Do you see him possibly doing?
I'm not seeing a number 5. So may still be getting treatment in the locker room.
It's 2nd and 11 here after the loss of 1 on that last play. Here's near side, one to the far side for Powell. Gets a snap, dropping back, looking to pass. Throws it underneath and short of the intended receiver. Cam Togans on the out route. That makes it 3rd down.
Just a little underthrown from Powell that time. They had a little something going. They could get it at least out into the flat. It can be a good play if you can make that man miss on the outside. Could have picked up a couple of yards at least, made 3rd down more manageable, but just a little short on the throw.
So here comes the 3rd down as the Patriots break the huddle with 11:11 left here in this third quarter. Down 30-0 against Musselman. Here's near side again as ball briefly bobbled by Powell, but he's able to manage it now, just chucking a duck, and it's nearly intercepted by Aiden Cornell as that slips through his hands for a 2nd time today.
Man, he's going to beat himself up. But it is 4th down for Musselman. You're forcing a punt here. But yeah, I'm sure that Cornell is really beating himself up. But it's all right. Hey, get the next one.
That's why he's not a receiver.
That's what they say. If you could catch, he'd play receiver.
On to punts here for Washington's Perez Diggs. Punt nearly blocked by Ryan, and it's a booming kick. It's returned by Warren, who goes up the middle, and he's going to be tackled just shy of the 50 at the 49-yard line, as in on the tackle is Greenwood. With 10:54 to go here in this third quarter, Musselman gets its opening drive of the second half, up 30-0 here against Washington.
And it does look like we're going back to Ryan and Lewis and Mathis as your main backfield guys for Musselman.
Saw them do well in the drive that they had.
Does look like your first string offensive line, though.
Lewis at the fullback spot here. The ball snapped out. It looks like that might be a different runner here for Musselman than we expected. It's Nate Barra, the freshman, going to the far side and able to pick up a few yards before going down.
Yeah, I guess
just shy of the first down. Looks like a gain of 8, making it 2nd and 2.
Yeah, with all the guys that they threw out there, I shouldn't have assumed that it was going to be Mathis as one of them. That time we get a freshman. Nate Barra, 6 foot, 175, listed on the roster.
Ball now at the 43-yard line. Go with a fake end around, but it was a fullback dive up the middle. And that's a first down for Musselman.
Back to Deshaun Lewis. This time he picks it up.
Yep. Needed 2, got 3. Or no, right at the line, actually. My apologies. His body was at the 40, but they say he was down at the 41. Yep. It's a first down Musselman as they line back up and get set. Tried to go with the hard count. Nobody jumps this time for
an audible.
Washington. And now looks like we have another encroachment penalty called against Washington. So 5-yard penalty. Or did they say it's an encroachment against Musselman?
Is it an offensive offsides here?
Yeah. Just assume that it was against Washington with how things went tonight.
You see the offsides call. Even if it's not this game, you're thinking of the defense. And I didn't notice it. I guess
1st and 15. Here's an end around to Devin Lewis. Tries to cut up field, and he's able to pick up about 2 or 3 yards across the 45 to the 44. That makes it 2nd down.
Not much doing that time. Musselman pulled 2 offensive linemen that time, but just better job by Washington to stuff that one.
So 2nd down and 13. It's a run to the near side for Ryan, who jukes past one man, slips through a gap, and is off to the races. 20, 15, 10, 5, end zone, touchdown, Musselman. 36-0. Musselman now leads Washington with 8:44 to go as Devin Ryan puts it in.
Jaden Ryan, a 6 foot 170 senior backup quarterback, and showing really impressive speed, acceleration that time. Got to that second level, and he was not going to be caught. Good blocking up front to give him the lane to run through.
So Jaden Ryan with the touchdown. Another extra point kick up by Bonham. And good, making it 37-0. Musselman leading Washington. Let's step aside, take a 1-minute break. This is West Virginia High School Football and Talk Radio WRNR and TV10.
A hot tub and swim spa expo is at all 3 Floor Pools locations this weekend only. Hot tubs as low as $69 a month. Endless pool swim spas up to $8,000 off MSRP. Hot tubs, swim spas, saunas, and cold plunges up to 30% off. This weekend only at all 3 Floor Pools locations. Hot tubs, hot tubs, hot tubs. The hot tub and swim spa expo is at all 3 Floor Pools locations this weekend only. Truckloads of hot tubs from major brands like Hot Spring Hot Tubs. All discounted. Hot tubs as low as $69 a month. Easy financing. Save thousands. Swim year-round with endless pool swim spas. Up to $8,000 off MSRP. Saunas as low as $79 a month. Hot tubs, swim spas, saunas, and cold plunges up to 30% off. This weekend only at all 3 Floor Pools locations. SpaExpoTristate.com. The Hot Tub and Swim Spa Expo is at all 3 Floor Pools locations this weekend only. Hot tubs as low as $69 a month. Endless pool swim spas up to $8,000 off MSRP. Hot tubs, swim spas, saunas, and cold plunges up to 30% off. This weekend only at all 3 Floor Pools locations.
We welcome you back here. Hugh gets on to kick off again for Musselman after Jaden Ryan with the touchdown, making it 37-0. And apologies for calling him Devin. Just combined names there for one of the many running backs here for the Applemen tonight. Hugas has his kick, roll at the 10, and be scooped up inside the 5 here by Mack on the near side, who gets it across the 20, still on his feet, breaking through tackles, and now has space on the near side, and has a good return across the 50, still fighting for extra yards, and finally brought down around the 45-yard line. Great field position here tonight for the Patriots, and we'll see if they can do anything with it. But first, let's get a scoring drive summary brought to you by Senate Finance Chair Jason Barrett, Trusted Leadership and Real Solutions.
4 plays for Musselman to go 51 yards, and 43 of them on the touchdown run by Jaden Ryan.
The ball at the 45-yard line now of Musselman after the solid return by Xavier Mack.
Really their first chance at having really good field position.
Powell, 2 receivers to each side. A running back to his right. Sends Shields in motion behind him. Bobbles the snap and now pitches it to Shields, who stiff arms the man and is still wrapped up by him. It's a loss of about 4, maybe 5, depending on where they mark it on that play, and that makes it second down. Looks like they're going to say it was exactly at that 50-yard line, so it is a loss of 5 officially, making it 2nd and 15.
Another snap that gets a little bobbled. You saw some pre-snap confusion with where Petrie needed to be lined up. And I do think it was a heads-up play, though, for Powell to pitch it to Shields when it felt like every other play of that, probably triple option, it seemed like was going nowhere.
So 2nd and 15. Again, 2 receivers to each side. Powell handing it off here to Mack, who tries to go up the middle, and he gets drilled after the first contact, finishing the play off one of the linebackers for Musselman, as Mack only able to get 1 yard on that play, and that makes it 3rd and 14. Able to tell who kind of lowered his shoulder there. I think it might have been Deshaun Lewis, but I'm not 100%.
I believe you're right. Yep. Good job. That was good blocking to get through that first level, but then Musselman did a good job to meet him there.
Armin Krall just wrapped up the feet of Mack, and then Lewis knocked him down. So here's 3rd and 14 with 7 minutes to go in the third. Hard count. Some motion up front. Now a botched snap. Powell scrambling in the backfield, and he somehow nearly slipped through, but waiting for him at the line of scrimmage was Deshaun Lewis. After he picked it up from the 40, got it back to the 50, so a loss of 1 officially on that play, making it 4th and 15. I mean, not even able to get a proper snap off tonight. That's just been the story time and time again for Washington.
Yeah, you got to, I think at some point chalk it up to center play, especially since it's happening with multiple quarterbacks. I do think that they missed an offsides on Musselman that time.
Yeah,
that first jump across, I don't think they actually crossed the line. But then
flag while Washington breaks the huddle. That's a personal foul.
Somebody must have been upset about the lack of a call. They're talking to a couple players down there. Durand, he's got his hands up like it's on him, and he doesn't really understand why.
As he comes over now to talk to the coaching staff about it. Ball now at Washington's 35-yard line after the penalties assessed. And what was great field position didn't matter. You started at the 45 of Musselman, and you finish with the punt team coming out at your own 35. 37-0. Musselman leads Washington here in the third. The clock rolling under 6 minutes to go.
13th penalty. Up to 90 penalty yards.
Punt. High and short. It's going to roll inside the 30, inside the 25. Still going inside the 20 before stopping at the 19-yard line with 5:24 to go here in the third as Musselman gets the ball back.
So if you're looking for a running clock, Musselman would need at least 5 more points in this quarter, or extend the lead by 5 more points in this quarter, or wait it out into the fourth, and that's when it would start. Because 35 in the fourth, 42 in the third.
Musselman huddling up here before the drive begins. See who they have in the backfield, if they're still going with the backups or if starters are coming back out. You'd expect after the last drive, Ryan Lewis and company would get to keep going, and it looks like that is exactly the case. So I see Devin Lewis here as a extra blocker on the near side, and I believe that's Ryan in the backfield who gets the snap and now having his eyes downfield throws that pass. No, it is Miller. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I was wrong. And now they're going to switch out linemen as well. Full substitution up there after that Miller pass attempt, making it 2nd and 10.
Yeah, it does seem like this is officially. Well, let's look at which ones are out there. 64 and 54. Yeah, this is your backup line now. I mean, Ethan Moyer and Fernando Ramirez, those two.
Snap to Devin Lewis. His pitch behind his intended target, and it's on the turf and recovered by Washington.
Wow.
The Patriots get the ball, is in on the recovery. I think might have been Caden Jones. And it is Caden Jones getting the ball for Washington with 5:13 to go here in quarter number 3 as they get to start this drive in the red zone.
Yeah, Lewis tried to make a pitch on a speed option that time, and the throw was behind the pitch man they were trying to get the ball to.
Powell with Shields back there, and Shields takes the snap, runs it up the middle. Had actually Mack to his side, so Powell out there as the wide receiver on that play. Shields runs it up the middle for about 2, maybe 3 yards. Able to get it to the 14, making it 2nd down and 7, so 3 yards credited for Phillip Shields on that carry.
Powell bringing the call to the huddle now.
Yep, so he's still getting the play calls, but he's going out as a slot receiver for Phillip Shields. With Mack to his left and 2 receivers to each side. Shields bobbles the snap, now picks it up, bouncing it to the right side. Nearly lost the ball again while going down, but able to hang on to it at the last second. So he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage, and that makes it 3rd down and 7. No. I actually say he lost yards. Wasn't sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
about 3rd and 11
4
here.
Okay.
I do think that this is a solid idea, trying out the Shields plays here again. But, yeah, again, offense not getting off the ground. The first snap was low, or that snap was to Shields. And he had to adjust, threw him off. Here we are.
And another botched snap. It's on the ground. It's picked up by Powell, and now he's running right up the middle. And he's able to gain positive yards, which didn't look likely on that play. But it's 4th down and about 6 now.
It is pretty cold out there. So you got to at least give some grace to these players that it is probably one of, if not the coldest night of football season so far. So they haven't gotten a whole lot of time to get used to holding the ball in the colder weather. It makes it a little tougher. Your fingers,
4th and 6, offense staying out there.
Fingers lose a little feeling, but still way too many times the ball's hitting the turf.
Powell, quarterback, gets the snap, dropping back, looking to pass. Now runs to his left, and he's going to be sacked. Turnover on downs as the entire Musselman line rips through The one ultimately bringing him down is Ben Martin. And even though you started in the red zone, again, it did not matter for Washington. It stays 37-0 Musselman with 3:02 left here in the third quarter.
A credit to the Musselman defensive line to break through that time. And there was really no time for Powell to look down the field and try to find an open receiver. Had to try to roll out and make a play and just got chased down.
1st and 10 for Musselman now at the 25-yard line. Snap back to Lewis on the far side, and he's on at the 50, 40, 30, 20, finally chased down at the 15. But what a job by Devin Lewis with a big run, one of the biggest of the night. 1st and 10 Musselman.
Absolutely.
I believe that was Mack finally chasing him down.
Impressive speed from the 5'10", 160 senior Devin Lewis. Getting some of these upperclassmen that are down the depth chart some playing time. And that's
give him one more yard, by the way.
A huge gain.
24.
To the 14.
14, excuse me. Yep. Now Lewis runs into the other man, Nate Barra. And Lewis has the ball trying to run to his left, so some miscommunication there results in a loss on the play for Lewis that time of 3 yards, making it 2nd and 13.
Well, a 60-yard gain. You got a little bit of room to make a mistake, counteract with a -3. But yeah, obviously miscommunication there. Somebody went too early.
Here's a run to the near side. And it's going to be stopped as that's Barr on the carry. Brought down at about the 11.5-yard line or so, making it 3rd down. Washington still trying to get some substitutions out there as Musselman breaks the huddle. And as the ball snapped to Lewis, it looks like we have another penalty, and it's a offside against Washington. And that will make it 1st and goal for Musselman, I believe.
I don't know what the record for most offsides in a game would be.
So they already had moved to assess the penalty with the spotting on the far side. I didn't realize he already had moved the 5 yards, so it's just 3rd and short. But here we go again. Maybe I was just predicting the future as there's another penalty. Nope, this time it's against Musselman.
giving them the 5 yards right back.
So an offside against the defense, followed by an offside against the offense. Now Brian Thomas, Musselman head coach, wants a timeout to talk to his team. Minute 19 left here in the third. It's 37-0 Musselman leading Washington. We're back after this here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10, a 30-second break.
It's the new normal. You live, work, and play everywhere. Whether it's the family car or the family business, you need insurance that keeps pace with your changing life. Home on the job or working from home, peace of mind comes from knowing your whole world is covered. No matter what happens or how big it grows, whatever your new normal, Erie Insurance's award-winning service and personal agents can keep pace. Call your local agent today or visit erieinsurance.com for a quote.
We welcome you back here. Timeout brought to you by the Larry DeMarco team of Century 21 Modern Realty Results. Looking for home in the tri-state area, give them a call, 304-262-4222. Visit them online at modernrealtyresults.com. Musselman charged with that timeout, so they'll have 2 remaining here in the half. Applemen with a 3rd down. Lewis gets the snap, running to the left, following his blockers, now cutting upfield at the far side hash marks, now on the outside numbers. He's brought down right around the yard to gain, and it looks like they're going to say 1st down Musselman, as he stopped at the 3-yard line, making it 1st and goal for the Applemen.
I'm impressed with Lewis. I feel like they would be fine with him as a starting running back out here, but they have guys that they like even more.
First and goal from the 3. Under a minute left here in the third quarter. It's Lewis again with a direct snap, trying to go up the middle, and this time coming off the block and making the tackle for Washington. I believe might have been Perez Diggs getting some time up front. So that makes it second and goal now.
Washington has to keep it up, though.
Again.
Lewis again.
Lewis goes to the left, cuts it right in front of the pylon, and goes into the end zone untouched for another Musselman touchdown. 13 and a half seconds left here in the third. It's now Musselman 43, Washington 0.
A lot of success when they get it out to the outside with Lewis. He just has that speed. It makes it hard to get to that edge before he does.
It's been incredible speed for him and everybody here for Musselman as they continue to pile on to this lead. Bonham on to attempt another extra point here for the Applemen. And somebody jumps offside on the far side for Washington, so we'll have to wait here for the point after attempt.
At some point, do you just look at the guys and say, guys, it's okay if you're a little slow off the snap.
Absolutely.
Just don't jump off.
At this point, don't go. It's 43-0. Well, I say that, and Shields almost blocks it, but was a step or two behind as the extra point up and good, making it 44-0. Step aside, take a 1-minute break, and then we'll be back here on Talk Radio WRNR in TV10.
Free money you can't lose. Download the Casino Kings app today.
Prohibited word void. Must be 21 or older. Free money is not cash. Cannot be withdrawn. This is free money. Or unrestricted markets on offer. Must be claimed by the spirit. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You've probably heard that sped up disclaimer at the end of sportsbook ads. The ones that say,
call 1-800-GAMBLER.
But can they really help you stop gambling? Yes. They've helped thousands of people here in West Virginia stop gambling and take back their lives. They provide guidance and resources, including financial counseling and even free software to block gambling sites. So talk to someone who will take the time to listen. Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
What are you looking for? How about some craft beer? Or maybe you want some New York style pizza? Maybe some time with your family? Or maybe you want to have game night with all your friends out on the patio? Yeah, we got that.
Are you looking for a lager? Maybe a stout or IPA? We've got that.
Our dough is made fresh every day. Our sauce is made daily. And our mozzarella is absolutely amazing. Our neighborhood is growing, and it deserves a place where you can have great food, great beer, and a great ambiance. And that place is right here.
Andy's Pizza and Inferno Brewery. Andy'sPizza.com.
44-0. Musselman leading Washington. 13 seconds to go here in quarter number 3. The Applemen.
Yeah, we're good.
Just clearly outclassing Washington here tonight. Eric Hughes on to kick off again here for the Applemen. It's another squib kick to the far side. And it's going to be shortly returned by one of the up men for the Patriots. Hard to tell on the far side who that is, but he's forced out of bounds around the 40-yard line. So let's get a scoring drive summary brought to you by Senate Finance Chair Jason Barrett, Trusted Leadership, Real Solutions.
6 plays, 74 yards, ends in a 3-yard touchdown run by Devin Lewis. And with the running clock after the kickoff, we're going right to the 4th.
There we go. 44-0's our score through 3 quarters played. Musselman leads Washington. Step aside, take a 1-minute break, and then we'll be back with the 4th quarter here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. Back in 1 minute.
Beck and Surf Law Offices. 50 years experience. No fees unless we collect money for you. Always here to help you. Any questions? LawPBM.com.
Fort Evans Archery of Inwood is your local full-service archery pro shop with sales and setup, maintenance, repairs, and sight-ins. Fort Evans Archery is a full stocking dealer for all your favorites like Hoyt, Matthews, Elite, Bowtech, Mission, and Bear, with crossbows from Raven, 10-point, Barnett, and Excalibur. And Fort Evans Archery has a sight range out to 60 yards. Fort Evans Archery, 998 Arden-Melville Road, Suite 2, Inwood, open Tuesday to Friday, 10 a.m. until 6, Saturdays 9:30 to 4. FortEvansArchery.com.
Welcome you back as we start the fourth quarter. It's a handoff to Xavier Mack from Powell. Mack only able to get about a yard on that carry, making it 2nd down and 9. By the way, I don't think I ever got to our third quarter sponsors, so our third quarter was brought to you by Power Beck and Matt Surf Law Offices. Call them at 304-264-8870 to speak with an attorney today or visit www.lawpbm.com. As well as Smallwood and Small Insurance Agency, your total insurance solution, located at 1250 Edwin Miller Boulevard, Suite 301 in Martinsburg. Is this a snap right to Powell? It's a quarterback keeper going up the middle and now getting rattled around and finally swung around and brought down by, I believe that was Hunter James on the tackle. Ball now at the 46-yard line for Washington here with this 3rd down. 44-0, Musselman leads Washington, so Mercy Rule rolling clock here all the way through this fourth quarter is what we'll have.
Mm-hmm. Would have had it starting in the fourth without Musselman's last touchdown, but they extended out even further.
So here's the 3rd down, Powell. Keeping it himself, trying to go up the middle, but he's immediately gobbled up off the line as again in there, I believe. Looks like that time was actually R.J. Brinklow on the tackle. I think he might have gotten some help possibly from James again. But that makes it 4th down.
Yeah, Brinklow, listed as offensive lineman on the roster. 5'9", 175. Yep. He's in there.
Backup end as well.
Yep, defensive end. Playing about a 4-eye technique, it looks like, right now.
Powell gets the snap, rolling out to the near side, throwing a pass high. It's bobbled and nearly intercepted. It's incomplete, intended for Togans, and that's a turnover on downs.
Props to the Applemen defense all night long. Just have not given Washington any room to maneuver, really. Get down the field at all. It's been a lot of 3 and out.
Fourth quarter is brought to you by Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, representing accident injury claims for over 50 years. Visit them online at skinnerwins.com, as well as CMA Honda of Winchester, located at 3985 Valley Pike in Winchester. Musselman with the ball now, with this 1st and 10 in Washington territory as it's Barrow with the run, trying to follow his blockers, but gets through them and then runs right into a lineman and gets picked up, and his forward progress is stopped after about 3 yards gained on the run to the far side, making it 2nd down and 7.
So I've got Washington's biggest plays on offense as 12-yard scramble by Athey, 7 yards run by Athey, 5-yard pass by Athey, and then 3-yard run by Powell.
And Athey hasn't played in the second half due to an injury. It's a RB direct snap, a run up the middle. Trying to see who that was that time with the carry for Musselman. And that makes it 3rd and 2. Were you able to tell who that was, Dylan?
Logan Henderson, 15.
Now, Musselman going with 3 wide to the far side.
It's
here
Cornell back behind center now.
Is it Cornell? He gets the snap, running it himself up the middle, and has a big hole. Cornell at the 20, 15, 10, stops at the 5, cuts back in, and now because of that, he's going to be stopped a yard shy. Everybody getting in on the action here for Musselman as Aiden Cornell with a big run, making it 1st and goal.
You know, I wonder if him dropping 2 interceptions earlier made Coach Thomas be like, we need to get him in the game, get him something good. And he really makes up for it, redeems it right there.
Now Barra at the quarterback spot with Cornell to his left. Snap to Cornell. Cuts back in, now extends out, and it looks like they're going to say he's tackled half a yard short. That makes it 2nd and goal. Musselman's looked amazing here tonight.
They have.
Clearly the better team.
Yeah, Washington has done them a good bit of favors on their side, but the trench battle has been not even close.
Barra takes the snap, runs it up the middle, into the end zone, touchdown, but it looks like there is a flag, so we'll have to see if that takes back the 6 points or not.
I saw a face mask. I don't know which side it would be on, though.
It looks like it is against Musselman. It's a holding penalty.
The official made the sort of motion like pulling down, but he just wasn't grabbing his forearm for the holding motion.
Penalty puts it outside the 10. It looks like at the 13-yard line here for this 2nd and goal. 6 minutes remain in this ball game. It's Musselman 44 and Washington 0. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Nate Barra takes the snap again and will charge right up the middle and lower his shoulder into the line and fall forward. That brings up 3rd down from the 8-yard line. This freshman, 6 foot, 175 pounds. Doing a good job there, as I said, falling forward, making sure to get those extra yards.
Yeah, he looks like the type of running back that can replace these guys that are seniors this year that are getting all these carries. Ryan, Miller, Leisure, Shelton.
This time it's a snap to Cornell, but plays whistle dead as it's a false start penalty called against Musselman. So that'll back up the Applemen 5 more yards back to the 13 here for this 3rd and goal.
And Musselman's not played the cleanest game either. If I count this up, they are at 8 penalties for the game now.
So 3rd and goal from the 13. 4:40 remains here in the 4th. Cornell gets a snap, running to his right, tries to cut back in, and runs right into a brick wall and brought down at the line of scrimmage.
8 penalties for 55 yards for Musselman. But it's been Washington that has gone off the charts on the penalty yards. They're at 95 penalty yards on 14 penalties. Now, they have been better in the second half.
I was about to say that. There
2
was
penalties.
75 in the first half. So
they've had 2 for 20 here in the second half.
4th and goal now from the 13. The offense stays out there for Musselman. It's Barra keeping it himself, trying to run to the right, and he's going to get tackled, and that's a turnover on downs. As Blaze Cantley brings him down. And with 3:42 to go here in the 4th, they change possession, which pauses the clock briefly for it. Fans want to go home and say start the clock. It's Washington fans down 44-0.
It'll start again on the ready for play, or it just restarted now. So yeah, probably one more set of downs here for Washington. We'll pretty much get out of here. No, don't want to get anybody hurt here in these last few plays.
Here in garbage time, we'll do our best to identify who's out there, but with it on the far side hash marks, it's kind of tough for our naked eyes to see, and it looks like that should be pretty easy to tell. It's Xavier Mack, still one of those starting running backs out there with a run up the middle for, 3, maybe 4 yards? Looks like they're going to say 3. It says 2nd and 7 on the scoreboard, so we'll go with that. Neil Powell still in at quarterback.
It's Mac's best carry of the game so far. I have him down as having carries of 0, -1, 1, 1, and now 3.
There you go. So 2nd and 7. It's Powell. Gets the snap. It's another handoff, and this time it is cut down immediately. I believe that was Mack again on the carry, and this time it's for nothing. 3rd down and 7.
Musselman's defensive line, they've just had an incredible game. It's Ethan Amencraw, Josh Armentrout, Ethan Lazier, Zach Miller early in the game, and then you got some of those backups in right now.
That might have been Brinklow with the tackle.
Yeah, like Brinklow, Teddy Day,
Eh?
Deacon Wynn.
Powell dropping back to pass, fires it up the middle, and it's picked off! Is it going to be a house call? Still stumbling and finally brought down at the 10. If he didn't run into a teammate, it might have been. But it's an interception for Musselman as it's Daniel Armstrong with the pick. And the Applemen get the ball right back.
I think they should just be able to kneel this out since it's under 2 minutes.
Yep, a minute 45 remains here in the 4th. It is Musselman 44, Washington 0. Is Washington going to be shut out for a 3rd straight game?
And the clock has begun rolling already, so definitely they can just kneel it out. See if they even do. They might just take the delay of game penalties, and the clock will just start rolling after those.
So Musselman will improve to 4 and 5 overall. Washington will fall to 3 and 6. There's your first delay a game penalty. They're not going to stop the clock. Mm-hmm. Why should you? It's over. It's been over. This has been a rough senior night 1 for Washington that you probably want to forget.
Yeah, Musselman made it pretty clear today, pretty early on, that they were the better team. And you got to give them the props for it.
They're still going to line up here. We'll see if they decide to
take one knee,
take one more play and kneel it out. Oh, they're going to run it.
Okay.
It's a run up the middle and brought down inside the 5. That carry.
Logan Henderson.
Looked like, was Logan Henderson. So, I'll let him get some positive yards to end things. And now both teams will head to the sideline ready to shake hands and line up. Your final score, 44-0. Musselman gets the win over Washington here tonight at Terry L. Marcus Stadium. Let's step aside, and we'll take a 2-minute break. And on the other side of that 2-minute break, we'll have the post-game show here on Talk Radio WRNR TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. Back in 2 minutes with that.
If you or someone you know suffers from the disease of addiction, help is available from the Berkeley County Quick Response Team with peer recovery coaches and support promptly to the homes of those who've recently experienced an overdose. This collective effort towards recovery brings resources and services to the community, including naloxone and treatment options. Call 304-267-1313 or visit the Berkeley County Recovery Resource Center at 800 Emmett Rouse Drive, Martinsburg. The Berkeley County Quick Response Team is funded through a DHHR grant with the Berkeley Morgan County Health Department.
Remember all the sports we played when we were kids?
Oh yeah, swimming, tennis, basketball,
football, soccer, track. I loved winning.
I still do.
Our competitive spirit is still going strong.
But now we use it to win for our clients. If you've been hurt in almost heaven,
call the Sevens, 304-777-7777.
SkinnerWins.com.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at fordofhagerstown.com or hancockchevy.com.
We welcome you back here on Talk Radio WRNR TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. Final score tonight, Musselman 44, Washington 0. Washington shut out for a third straight game. They fall to 3-6 overall. Musselman with the win improves to 4-5 overall. And what a statement made by the Applemen here tonight on Washington's senior night. I'm Colin McLaughlin for Talk Radio WRNR TV 10, WRNR TV on YouTube. Alongside me on the call is Dylan Bishop, our camera crew tonight, Ethan Elliott, as well as Tyler Strine and Rodney Watcher. Back at the studio is Kyler High. You'll hear from him here in a few minutes with the post-game scoreboard show. But overall, our post-game show is brought to you by the Palace Lounge on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg, with a full lunch and dinner menu and daily specials in a clean, comfortable atmosphere. Check out the menu on the Palace Lounge Facebook page. Sheer dominance from start to finish. It was Musselman all the way, Dylan.
It was. And Washington gave them some breaks with an incredible amount of offsides penalties, a couple false starts early, a lot of first half penalties. But the Musselman dominated up front, offensive and defensive lines, and just overall in the game. Musselman moved the ball however they wanted to. We'll get into the individual stats column, but I tried my best to add up the rushing yards of every player I have down here for Musselman. I've got them at 335 rushing yards.
That's it?
It's a ton.
I know.
But yeah, it's that tells you, and I don't know that Washington is around 0 for total yards. I'll do the math as we lay it out in individual stats.
Well, post-game stats are brought to you by your local full-service archery pro shop, Fort Evans Archery of Inwood. Call 304-229-7064 or visit fortevans.com.
So Zach Miller goes 3 for 8, 51 yards, and a touchdown through the air. Colton Shelton also threw a pass for 15 yards. Miller on the ground, 5 for 13. Lazier on the ground, 5 for 58. Colton Shelton, 5 for 46 and 3 rushing touchdowns. Mathis goes 2 for 18. Ryan, 3 for 50 and a touchdown. Devin Lewis, 8 for 70 and a touchdown. A couple other guys in here total, but when I added it up, I got to 335 rushing yards on the game overall. For Washington, Athey goes 1 for 3 passing, 5 yards. Powell goes 0 for 3 passing. Mack gets 6 carries that go for a total of 4 yards. Shields, 5 carries, a lot in the backfield, including a couple with, bobbled snap when he was playing quarterback for those few plays. Negative 11 yards. Athey, 6 carries for 8 yards. Powell, 5 carries for negative 6 yards. The 1 catch goes to Shields for 5 yards. And if I tally that up, I believe that gets you to negative 17 plus 8 plus 12 would be negative 5 yards on the ground and 5 yards passing. 0. So I know these are unofficial. Our yard markers might have been off by a yard here or there on a couple plays. A 3-yard gain instead of a 4-yard gain. But I have Washington at exactly 0 yards of offense.
As I said, it's a night they want to immediately forget.
It's rough.
Which is unfortunate on senior night for these guys in their final home game of the season. But for Musselman, it's one that they won't forget. It was pure dominance, and there you go. Any other post-game stats, Dylan? If not, we'll get to the awards and wrap things up.
That's it.
All right. Play of the game. brought to you by CMA's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Martinsburg. Stop in, see them today at 48 Kelly Island Road in Martinsburg, or call 304-263-8821. CMA, they're moving lives forward. What was tonight's play of the game?
A couple candidates here. I'm going to give it to Colton Shelton's 21-yard touchdown run, the third one that he had of the game, making it 21-0. An impressive play where he cut it up the middle after getting the handoff from the outside, kind of going away from the pattern of him going to the outside after a few plays that were very similar were run by Musselman. Cuts it upfield. There's a couple different candidates I could have given that to.
All right. On to tonight's collision of the game, brought to you by Cody's Auto Body at 851 Wilson Street, Martinsburg. Family-owned, offering superior customer service. Great pricing for a job done by experienced certified technicians. Call 304-901-4777 or visit their Facebook page.
Going to give this to the first sack of Powell that Washington had, or that Musselman had against Washington, that led to turnover on downs in the second half, and got the Musselman offense back on the field. It was one of, if not the best field position for Washington to start a drive, and they couldn't get anything out of it.
Catch of the game now, brought to you by WVU Medicine, Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, leading healthcare here and everywhere.
Corday Bunny, 11-yard touchdown. There were only, 3, 4, 5 catches in this game total.
Is that okay? So that includes the interception?
I was not including an interception in that, actually.
See, you said in total, so you had me believe in that.
Receptions, I guess it would be the term. Now, giving this one to Corday Bunny.
All right, there you go. Lastly, player of the game, brought to you by CMA Honda Winchester, located at 3985 Valley Pike in Winchester. Call 540-686-1622 at CMA Honda Winchester. Owners just care more about you.
I think it's got to be Colton Shelton. And it's 3 touchdowns. He
only played the first half.
Yeah, he really did. Yeah, he had 5 carries, 3 went for touchdowns, and he had a catch in there that was basically a handoff and went for 11 yards. His other 2 carries that didn't go for touchdowns went for 4 yards and 10 yards. Every time he touched the ball, it went really well for Musselman.
All night long. Final score: Musselman 44, Washington nothing. The Applemen get the win here on the road. They'll look to continue that against Morgantown next week. For Washington, they finish the season with the Jefferson County rivalry against the Cougars next week. Our broadcast of high school football next week will be Martinsburg as they host Hurricane. 6 p.m. pregame coverage, 7 o'clock kick for Kyler High back at the studio tonight, who you'll hear from here in a few minutes with the postgame scoreboard show. Our camera crew tonight: Rodney Watcher, Ethan Elliott, and Tyler Strine. Alongside me, Dylan Bishop. I'm Colin McLaughlin, signing off for tonight's Halloween broadcast. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed our logos and whatnot that we created just for this game as well. Again, final score: Musselman 44, Washington 0. This has been West Virginia High School Football on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all. And Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars, too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
The Eastern Panhandle is home to teachers and healthcare workers, farmers and fishermen, servicemen and women, golfers, bicyclists, and people who love the outdoors. Where we call home isn't any one thing, so we're not either. At Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery, we are honored to help you plan a celebration of life that reflects one's individuality.
Our trusted local team is here to see that your wishes are honored and that your special story is told.
Fort Evans Archery of Inwood is your local full-service archery pro shop with sales and setup, maintenance, repairs, and sight-ins. Fort Evans Archery is a full stocking dealer for all your favorites like Hoyt, Matthews, Elite, Bowtech, Mission, and Bear, with crossbows from Raven, 10-point, Barnett, and Excalibur. And Fort Evans Archery has a sight range out to 60 yards. Fort Evans Archery, 998 Arden-Nullville Road, Suite 2, Inwood, open Tuesday to Friday, 10 a.m. until 6, Saturdays 9:30 to 4. FortEvansArchery.com.
Welcome into the post-game show. Let me angle this camera a little bit so it looks a little better. As you can see, still kind of like the Pittsburgh Steelers defense. We still suck. I could say that. I've been a Steelers fan there all my life. The post-game show brought to you by Floor Pools. Make every day better with a hot tub or swimming pool. Floor Pools has locations in Martinsburg, Chambersburg, and in Hagerstown. Get a hot tub. It's getting cold outside. You might need it. Scores around the EPAC game last night. Jefferson, the number 7 team in West Virginia 4A, won against John Champion out of VA, Virginia, 24-22. As that game came down to the wire, Jefferson was able to pull it off. As of right now, your Spring Mills Cardinals, the number 8 team, playing the number 14 team, Parkersburg South. That game is currently 41-0. Hedgesville looking to get their second win of the season as they are ranked now number 15th. Apologies, I didn't put that in there for the scoreboard. Hedgesville winning the game against Dominion, Virginia, 21-13. That game is currently in the fourth quarter, about to come to an end. Cabell Midland versus the number 1 team, Huntington. That game is also, about to be in the fourth quarter. That game is 28-0. And then your number 2 playing your number 4 with Morgantown getting a win over University. That game final is 21-0. Some other scores that we got for you in the 4A conference, and then I'll get you an update on Berkeley Springs as well, as you might be out there being a Berkeley Springs fan. I know Colin graduated from there, so we'll get him an update for that. Parkersburg, the number 9 team in 4A West Virginia, currently losing to the number 7 in AAA, Herbert Hoover, 41-14. That game is in the fourth quarter, not looking the best for Parkersburg, so that'll shake up the rankings a little bit. You have Oak Hill, the number 11 team versus the number 10 team, Woodrow Wilson. Woodrow Wilson winning 21-13, kind of like the Hedgesville score. Preston, the battle for 16 possibly. Preston and Buchanan Upshur, number 17 and 18 team. That game is in a nail-biter. It's reported the second quarter, but unless they're going a lot slower, wouldn't believe it. I feel like they'd be on a little bit later, but the score reported for that is 29-28, so that's a 1-point difference with Preston currently having the lead. We'll get you the Winfield Riverside game. Let me scroll up to that. Winfield, AAA team, ranked number 10 out of AAA, currently winning 29-14 as your number 16 in 4A, Riverside, is losing that game. Now, Berkeley Springs is currently playing the AAA. Sorry, Lewis County is not ranked, but that game is 33-7. Berkeley Springs is losing that game. Apologies. Marshall, they played last night. They lost to Coastal Carolina 44-27. WVU plays tomorrow at Houston at 12 p.m. And another college game that you might want to tune into, Shepherd Rams. Stream starts at 11:30. Game starts at 12. You can watch it right here on TV 10 on YouTube and on the TV 10 TV. Sorry about that. Other college scores. Number 25, Memphis, beating Rice 31-7. North Carolina losing to Syracuse 10-6 as Bill Belichick is struggling in North Carolina. Louisiana Tech and Sam Houston. Louisiana Tech is winning that game 27-0. I'll have more scores college-wise for you tomorrow in the halftime and postgame show of the Shepherd game. But for now, that is all I currently have for you. Your Musselman final score was 44. Your Musselman-Washington game final score was 44-0, with Musselman on top, winning that game in a dominant fashion. I've been Kyler High, Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10. Come back tomorrow to watch the Shepherd Rams play Shippensburg. Apologies. Sorry, I had a brain fart. Have a great night. Happy Halloween, and stay safe, everybody.
Car accident? Get more with Mansion Ferretti.
If you've been injured in a car accident, there are 3 things you need to know.
1, do not discuss your accident with an insurance company before you talk to a lawyer.
2, on average, car accident victims with a lawyer get over 3 times more money than those without one.
And 3, at Mansion Ferretti, if we don't win, you don't pay us, guaranteed. Car accident? Get more with Mansion Ferretti. 304-264-8505.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How can I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm John Everson, Private Wealth Advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
And that concludes today's postgame show. Be sure to tune in each week throughout the regular and postseason for more West Virginia high school football. Today's game has been brought to you by
W. Harley Miller Systems, Smallwood and Small Insurance Agency, Power, Beck, and Matzeroff Law Offices, Senate Finance Chairman Jason Barrett, Hagerstown Ford, Fort Evans Archery, Rocks Local Markets, the Brown Funeral Home and Cremations, Robert Fields and Sons, the Larry DeMarco team at Century 21 Modern Realty Results, Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, personal injury attorneys, Cody's Auto Body, the Palace Lounge, Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, the Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, the Berkeley County Health Department, Bodwell Insurance Solutions, Ameriprise Financial and the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, WVU Medicine, Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, CMA Honda of Winchester, CMA Chevy and Toyota of Martinsburg, CMA Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Martinsburg, Dignity Memorial Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery of Martinsburg, Floor Pools of Martinsburg, Hagerstown, and Chambersburg, Inferno Brewery and Andy's Pizza.
For the best in high school, college, and NFL coverage all season long, keep it tuned in to Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. All rights reserved.